Family, it's that time again. You know what time it is. Need you to do a few things as we're jumping in. I need you to go ahead and share this. Let me be the first. I'll be the sacrificial. Be I'm not gonna do that. Praise God. I'm gonna be the sacrificial lamb, huh? And I'm gonna obey first, and then the rest of us are gonna obey, huh? And then we're gonna jump into what's about to be an amazing night. Let me see. Let me put this down. Are y'all ready for this? As you're coming in, let me know. Talk to me. What's up, Regina? The women have something to say. I hope they do. It's gonna be interesting. Now I will say this. I pulled in a co-host, right? Because I do want to be fair. I don't you y'all know how I can get. Praise God. So are y'all praying for me? I hope that y'all praying for me. Share. Listen, coming in as you're sharing it, let me know if you're sharing it. I want to see something different on here. What other? Okay, we've got bubbles. I guess we'll do bubbles. Next time we'll be on Restream. Praise God. Just put it on the side. What's up? If you're coming in, let me know you're coming in. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. If you can hear me, let me know. Y'all know that there's a demon that faults this page called an audio spirit. Somebody on the back end was, y'all figure out who it was soon enough, but she was getting on me about a production team, and it's just like that. Everybody has suggestions until it's time to pay, and then everybody is just on you. You should go do this. It's like that's a great idea. Well, how much do you want to pitch in? Yeah, I was thinking you. I was thinking you should go do it. That's what I had in mind. I wasn't really thinking about a pitch-in situation. I was really thinking, you would go and do it. Yeah, come on in, come on in. What's up, bro? We just had a great time in Albany. Pray hard. If you're praying, you're not praying enough. Because I feel cut up coming in the room even now. So pray hard, pray harder, and do this. If you're sharing it, go ahead and put a green check in the comments. I feel my expediting spirit coming on me now. So if you're coming in the room as you're sharing it, go ahead and share it, and then y'all must think I'm somebody else. My bad. Was was I out of order, y'all? I'm putting them back on. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know now. I'm putting them back on because tonight I just, once again, I pray that y'all praying for me. It's one of them nights. Come in as you're sharing. Let me know you're sharing. I think I'm gonna pass out some more money tonight. So if you're sharing, let me know, so that we can figure out. We're gonna figure out by the end of the night who we're gonna pass this money to. But I'm pretty excited about tonight's conversation. I'm gonna pull in my co-host in half of a second. In half of a second, but I need y'all sharing this. I know that on the back end they're kicking it with their water and their strawberries and all of that great stuff. And I know they're sharing it on the back end, but I need you to share it. I'm gonna tag a few people as you're doing, and we're gonna get started. This is gonna be fun. I think. I, th- I think this is gonna be fun, y'all. Y'all ready? Let's do this. I'm gonna bring my co-host on. I'm gonna bring my co-host on because I'm excited. I'm about ready to jump into this. Well, Doctor Co-host, how are you feeling? Oh, you got yourself muted. You got to come off that mute spirit. It's a spirit. You got to
Okay,
come
it's
up
it's
off of
off.
that.
It's off.
There
It's
it
off.
is.
Hey
There it is.
everybody.
There it
Hey,
is.
if you calling me doctor, then you definitely the Reverend Bishop.
Oh, whoa. We're not doing that tonight. We're not. Mm-mm.
Hey
Mm-mm.
everybody.
We're not doing that tonight. Listen, how do you think this is gonna go tonight? How are you feeling about this?
You know what? I am excited about this conversation because you said, I guess the ladies have something to say. No, we definitely, ladies, don't we? We definitely have something to say. To say. So, hence, good evening.
I was,
Welcome to I Heard You, but the art of listening to her heart. Her
I
heart.
now I came up with all of that. Can I get some credit for that
Oh,
too?
sure. This is
Okay,
all. This
thank
is
you,
all.
thank
I'm
you.
just saying. This
Cause
is all under the umbrella. But I just want to make it known. I just want to make it known. We
I do
definitely.
believe y'all.
Okay.
I do believe y'all got something to say. I believe it.
I'm just
I
messing with
believe
you
it.
tonight
I believe y'all got something to say. All
for
right.
sure.
So here's what we're gonna do. Wait. Not we beat y'all up. Oh God. Now you watch. Did you watch some of it, or how much of it were you able to watch?
Man, I watched the bulk of it actually,
Okay.
and I have some rebuttals. I have some rebuttals. I have some questions. I have some agreements. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Keep talking there. Keep
yeah.
talking there.
So when you all were talking about um, bringing up subjects and talking about things, and you all were talking about timing,
Sure.
here's what I want to say to that. Women definitely, I'm on the side of the guys with this one. Sometimes we can approach them at the wrong time with very important information, right?
Right.
So we need to wait. We need to give them, I think you were talking about giving them a moment. And what does that moment mean? And for some people, is it can come across as rejection. But if I'm going to take it from a husband's standpoint, okay? If your husband says he needs a moment, just give him a moment to breathe and bring it up a little bit later.
You got to
Um,
be a husband to get a moment. Hold
well,
up.
okay, so okay, I just said I was taking it.
Uh.
Hold on, I said I was taking it from that standpoint. I'm not saying that that's the
Okay.
only time you get a moment. Come on now.
Okay.
Are you? Wait, let's go to the listening, the communication piece. Communication
No,
is
no,
not.
I heard what you. No, 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 no,
Okay,
no. I heard what you
listen.
said.
I said I'm gonna
I
take it
heard.
from that standpoint. That's not the only standpoint.
All right.
That's not the only.
Listen,
I just
you're right. I apologize. I got
okay.
to do this now before I get in trouble. The guests got to come out now, cause if
Okay.
not, I'm feeling a ruck I'm feeling a ruckus in the palace. That's what I'm feeling. The guests got it. So y'all. So y'all know who that is, huh? The prophetess.
You may not
Oh,
recognize me in less than my splendor, but I am here humbly and happy to be here. But also watch your mouth because you was already twisting my girl's words wrong. Okay, that it's not that kind of night, boo boo. It's been a rough day at work. My filter
wait.
is
I
off,
thought you was on. I thought you was on my team.
but I was until you was twisting sis's words. We're not doing that to the co-host. We're not
She
doing that to
didn't,
the
but she
co-host
didn't
today.
say that. It's not a twist
Next
if
guest.
that's what you said
Let's
verbatim.
bring up the next guest, please. Thank you. Happy to be here in the house of
Here
the
goes
Lord. I
prophetess
was
number
glad when they
two.
said unto me.
All
Mhm.
right, prophetess
I was
number
gonna
two.
get you together in the comments, but I said I'm gonna wait because
Mhm.
you were already just going down the
What?
wrong
Mhm.
road, and sis was up here by herself. I said I'm just
Mhm.
going to wait.
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna get
Mhm.
him together in these comments. We'll
Mhm.
wait. We got time tonight. We made time for this.
Mhm.
I'm sure that our our other woman of God has something to say as well.
Yes, because you didn't listen to what she said. She didn't say it was female or husband. She said, I'm going to speak from the side of a
It's the
husband.
listening
It's,
skills,
it's the comprehension skills for me. It's the
Mhm.
context for
you
me.
know.
Mhm. Mhm. But
All
now that we
right.
got that out of the way, how are you doing?
Right.
Hey, man of God.
God bless.
Good to see
I'm
you.
doing well. I have a feeling it's going to be a long night. I have a feeling it's going to be a longer night than I expected. I came honestly as a friend and a friend indeed. But now I see that I've entered hostile territory. So Facebook, I
No,
just
no,
want to
no,
let you
sis.
know, I came with the right mindset. I came with the mind to lift him up. But now I see that, there's distortion in the air. I feel it. And so
Mm-mm.
Mm.
now I've got my
You
war shoes on
actually
and
you
I've come to
actually
do
brought the
battle.
smoke. We didn't ask
Right.
for
All
it.
of
You
it.
brought it. You brought it with you. You have an abundance
We
of it.
came in peace and blessings.
What did
In
I
peace.
do?
In peace.
Hmm.
I give to you this
We're
peace.
actually instructed. God said, if at all, live peaceably with all men. And that's
With
what we were
all.
trying to do.
Hmm.
And you are the one who
I
wanted to
remember
pick
that.
stuff up. And so we've made time tonight.
Hmm.
Here we are.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pitch it to our co-host, right? This is what I need you to do. If you're in the comments, share this real quick. I need y'all to listen. We can't keep crying about these algorithms and not share. All right, don't get quiet on me now.
Yeah.
Don't y'all been
Amen.
talking.
Amen.
Y'all keep
I
on
shared.
talking. We're not
Amen.
gonna cry about these algorithms and not share. So if you're in the comments, myself and Regina Lloyd have shared so far. That ain't gonna cut it.
I
We
share.
losing to that.
We shared.
I'm looking at what you did put it in the authentically wed group.
Oh,
I'm
because I
sorry.
did.
And you did it 4 minutes ago. So I'm sorry. I'm
I
late by
shared
four
it via
minutes.
messenger to people.
Yeah, I
I
shared
need
via
direct access.
right
Oh,
text
we're not
messages
good enough.
and on
We're not
Facebook.
we're not good enough for the timeline. Got it. My bad.
You are
She
on
said
my
I
Wow.
timeline, please. Like, I just want the people to see that Elisha is right here on my timeline. I just want the people to see that.
Wow.
That Facebook will
Wow.
have you out here.
This
I
is
look like a lion
very
wonder.
interesting.
Lion.
the Saints are in here. Listen, D, if at any moment you feel like coming in and helping your brother, the floor is open.
Uh, uh,
You
uh,
let me know.
They got a whole
uh, uh.
Thanksgiving
Everybody,
thing.
everybody relax.
Keep in the comments. In the comments. Help them in the
Everybody
comments,
relax.
please.
Why is this so hostile? What did I
It's
We
not
do?
didn't ask to come on
hostile.
y'all show. We didn't ask to come on y'all show. We gave our little
Thank you.
feedback
Thank you, sis.
right
Thank
here.
you, Sharita. She said you
Y'all
told
could.
your truth on Thanksgiving.
All right.
Thank
Okay.
you. We appreciate you.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna kick it to the co-host. After you shared it, put a green check in the comment. D, I'm in trouble, dog. After you shared it, put a green check in the comments so that I know that you shared it, because that's how we're going to be able to determine who's going to get this money. I am going to give out some money. And so I need you to go ahead. They are on it, man. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I don't live in the place of regret. So it is what it is. We're here now. But I'm definitely in trouble. I recognize that I've got myself in a little bit of a situation, But praise God. Co-host, what you said you got rebuttals. It don't even matter what I think. What do you think? Talk to
Well,
me.
well, first of all, let's introduce the panel for those that may be in the room that don't know everybody. Is that okay?
This is your show.
No, it's not.
I'm
It's all your show.
I'm just, I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's what it is. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Okay,
Let's
so we got Jasmine in the building. Everybody give it up for Jasmine Davis. We have
Woo-hoo.
Kania Allen in the building, and we also have Vernique Esther in the building. Okay, so my rebuttal, you all were speaking about and you eloquently brought the point out that you
come on.
actually
I
brought
like
out
it
my
so
rebuttal.
far.
Yeah, you did. You brought out the rebuttal. You all were talking about us viewing things through a filter, right?
Okay.
And comprehending through a filter of our emotions because we had dealt with traumatic situations.
Right.
And you flipped it on the brothers. And
We
I had
did.
to go with your rebuttal. That's it. That's it.
Wait, so are you saying you want to flip it on the brothers?
No, I'm saying that was my rebuttal from that conversation. Now
Okay.
we can talk about it right now if you want to talk about the rebuttal right now. We could talk about it.
Oh no, I want to talk about it.
Okay.
I want to hear what you have to say about it, as the amazing guests that have come on tonight. How do you feel about it?
So I think that a lot of times men want to put the onus on women for being emotional and viewing things through that emotional lens, right? And we do sometimes, but Guys also who have been through traumatic experiences re- project that on women, and they
Okay.
don't want to deal with that. They don't want to talk about that. They it's like it's always us. No, it's not. It's you this time. So let's be honest and deal with you on this. You can't say that I'm like your past 5 girlfriends,
Okay.
and that's how you're going to deal with me, because you haven't been healed from those traumatic experiences of those bad relationships.
So
So now,
panelists, where y'all at with that? What do you? I think Vernique is okay. All right.
You gonna go first,
Well,
sis? Cause
yeah,
I
just
got
real quick, because I missed it. I did miss the that episode. However, I saw it, and anyway, so I 100% agree. I think that a lot of times this conversation of like don't treat me like your past is thrown on
Sure.
women a lot, but men do the same thing. And you want to know how I know they do it? Because you'll see memes and videos and things like that that say, I'm not paying for the first date no more, we're gonna have to go ahead.
Sure.
I'm not doing such and such and such. And all of that is based off of what? Experience. And the
Sure.
reality is we all base what we you should be learning from your past, right? You shouldn't go into new situations like, oh well, I'm just gonna like, yes, everybody should have a blank slate, but you should bring your wisdom with you, right? But I think where we go wrong is, as our beautiful co-host was saying, is that you can't carry your trauma with you. And y'all know, like, this is where I come in, but you can't carry your trauma with you everywhere. You bring the wisdom, leave the trauma elsewhere. So do not penalize me for what has happened in your past. Like, learn from it, set boundaries, but don't penalize me for that. So I think that we forget, because women are more emotive, we think that we're the only ones who like are defensive and are guarded when it comes to relationships, but men do it in different ways. What they do is they'll restrict access to certain things, or they'll try
Definitely.
to use their, I don't want to say power, but they try and control situations a little bit more when they're carrying past hurt. It just looks different, but it's the same thing.
Now, before I toss this to Jasmine or Kanea, I'm y'all not gonna beat me up because I'm here to offer a truth. I completely agree. Not only do I agree, I can say that I have also been a participant in such behavior. Right? You know that you've done certain things and it's like, you know what? I'm not doing that until I feel X, Y, and Z. But then you also in the same breath make it harder for you to get to that place where you feel that, for you to even unlock whatever it is, that thing that you say that you're locking up, right? And so I'm definitely, I'm here. I'm gonna learn a little bit. I'm gonna learn a little bit here tonight. I feel help is coming in the room, but that is true, and that is something that has happened with me. What are some examples of that, Jasmine? What are some things, or just both of you? What are some things that you've seen that you're like, oh yeah, this is definitely that. Like you need to clean this up.
okay. So, um, I've seen this meme floating around that was like, "Stop thinking that she wants you for money that you don't have."
Oh, I
So,
saw
so
that today.
sometimes I think that men have this notion that every woman wants to use them. Woman wants to come up. Every woman needs help. But what about those of us who don't ask you for nothing? What about those of us who will struggle and not tell you, right? Because we're gonna make something happen on our own. We're gonna do what we need to do. We work hard.
Sure,
We do what we need to do. We don't ask you for your money,
sure,
right? We don't ask you for those things. We don't ask you for your money, but you're stingy with your time. You're stingy with your attention. So the things that we do ask you for, now, you so concerned about being a simp and looking a certain way to your boys that you don't even give us what we ask for, because you're looking at it like, oh, she's asking me for something in this area. Bro,
She's
I've never asked
preaching.
you for a dime. But
Dr.
if I
Constance.
ask you for time and attention, can you at least give me that? since you're not giving me anything in this particular area. Like, y'all like to pick and choose, and that's not cool. You can't withhold everything and then look like and then want it to seem like, oh, we're asking for too much. I am confusion, because if I'm not asking you for anything monetarily, anything physical, I'm like, yo, can we chill and go for a walk? And you can't pin me in your schedule to take me to a free national park and walk a free trail. We got issues. And those are the kind of things that y'all don't want to realize. Those are the kind of things that y'all want to act like, oh, we asking for too much. We're not asking for too much. Y'all just don't want to give enough. And y'all don't want to be honest about that. And that is a part of, and getting back to the original statement, that is a part of you bringing your baggage in, because you think that all women want to use you. Some of us don't want to. We're not all like that.
Just to piggyback off my sis, I literally had this conversation at work today. I'm 32 years old. I'm about to be 33. I've been on my own since 16. If I want a good meal, I'm going to go buy a good meal because I want a good meal. I don't
Period.
If I want good clothes, I'm going to go buy good clothes. And like, not to say anything about women who don't have men in their life. Like, if I want to ask a man for money, I got a father. Hey, daddy. Yes. And I'm not even going to ask. I'm like, this was a rough week. And he's going to offer and say, I feel like you don't got no money. Let me send you some money. So I'm never, until he's in the ground or until I'm married, I'm never going to need a man for that. But back to the question. The question was like, how do men show that off? Like, I have a male friend right now, and it's not even like a lover situation. He's a friend. He's triggered by questions. Like, regular friendship questions he's not used to, because he's used to when women are asking him questions, they're digging for dirt. So like, he had a necklace on the other day, and I'm like, oh, you got a new piece of your necklace? Like, that's nice. What's up? And he was like, oh, why are you stressing me? Why are you asking so many questions? I'm like, if you were a girl, I would ask you the same question. So what's the issue here? Like, and I literally had to tell him, I said, like, you're traumatized and you need to work on that, because there should be no reason that I can't ask you a question without you thinking that it leads to me trying to figure out, we not together. That's not our situation. So why are you so triggered and traumatized by questions? And I feel like a lot of men, they don't think that. They just think like every woman that's around them, even when they say they want to be friends, they want more than that because that's what they have experienced. And they don't like really take time to investigate themselves and see what has been lingering from last relationships or situationships, or how they haven't healed, or they run from relationship. So now this is the circle of women they have created around them. So when a female is around you, or a lady is around you, and she genuinely cares about you, and she's genuinely concerned about you as a friend, like, that's how I am as a friend, male or female. They don't know how to handle it.
Yeah. And can I jump in here really quick and just say, because there was something that Kanea said that I really want to speak to. I am on a full-blown campaign to end this whole, like, I don't ask for much thing. Like, I think a couple of years ago, I made a post about like how you're not really low maintenance. You just feel like you don't have access to what it is that you want. And I think as women, especially Black women, we have been taught to take up as least amount of space as possible. Don't ask for nothing. Like, let that man, whatever. And but the gag is, in my time post divorce and like dating and engaging with men, I'm not gonna say the same men, but even despite the culture that has memes running around like or people talking about how, like, like Kanea said, these women only want you for your money and they're trying to get you out. Like, I've seen a meme talking about, like, I'm not about to, no girl about to have no free meal on me or something like that. And I get it. There are some manipulative women for sure. But the men that I have met and that I've gone out with, I've never paid for a date that I did not want to pay for. Like, that I did not, like, yo, no, I really want to, whatever. I have never in my life met a man who was like, yo, so you want to split this? Ever. And I think that we have to stop. Like, I'm trying to tread lightly, but the men who are telling you that you are asking for too much are the broken ones. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I am as extra as they come. I like nice things. I'm boisterous and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not. But for the most part, like, I'm not like, yo, spend a bag on me or nothing like that. But when I am with a guy who genuinely likes me, I kid y'all not. I literally, I went on a date with a guy, and then like afterwards, we were talking on the phone. He was like, "Man, I had such a good time. I was about to bring out my business card. Like, I was just trying to figure out what else I needed to do. Like, what else you want? Like, let me spend a bag." And I was like, "No, you good. You don't have to do that." But real men really do want to provide. Healthy men really do want to provide and show up for you. They want to take you on those walks in the park. They want to
Period.
set up those picnics. They want to spend
Period.
time caking up on the phone with you, asking you what would you have done if I would have kissed
They
you.
want
They
to
want to
do
do that.
it.
They want to do that.
No,
It's
no, no,
just
no, no.
it's
Don't
the
start
it's the
co-signing her now.
No,
Y'all
I
was
am
no, 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 no,
co-signing
no,
her.
no, 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 no. That's why because that's why I
No.
knew Vernique had some sense about her tonight. Don't
Please
We
stop.
y'all just talked about all the toxic and
Let
all the
us-
this
We did, because
and
it's very
all of
real.
y'all. This is what y'all do and this is what y'all do and this is what y'all do. And now
you see how
You
You
asked
see
no,
how
no, no,
we
no, 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 no.
You answered your
What's
question to how we experienced it.
How we
I never
experienced
said
it.
in my answer, I never said that men don't do that. Because you can ask my sister right here, Kania. I tell her, like, I'm not, like I said, I have a father, I have great uncles in my life. I never go out and a man be like, you got to do X, Y, Z, because it's not going to happen because the
Facts.
examples that are in my life. So that's normal.
And-
Oh, so it's
And
never
his
happened to
friends
you,
too.
is what you're saying.
To me, for
But
a guy
we-
to be like, let's go half, that's ghetto. Ooh, I would never.
But we was just simps 10 minutes ago. Y'all gotta
No,
make
no,
this thing
I
make
said
sense.
that.
That
So
the
let's
men
be
feel
clear.
like sense.
Let's
No, we
be
didn't
No,
clear.
say
that's
I
what she
said
said.
that.
She said feels like sense. You're
I
not.
did
The
that.
context clue. The context
I
clue.
said
You
that. Hold on. Let me clear it up because let me
Let's
be
do
very,
that. Let's do
let me
that.
let me clear that up.
But Vernique, whenever I
No.
send, I'm gonna send somebody some money for sharing this, and so y'all probably want to share this again. But when I send them some money, Vernique, I'm sending you some money too. You got
Okay,
lunch
I'll
tomorrow
take
on
it.
me because that's what we do, huh?
I can't.
That I
Anyway,
like that.
Go
Anyway,
ahead,
like
sis.
that.
Go ahead,
let me
sis.
clarify
Go ahead,
let me
sis.
clarify what I was saying. And Jasmine can co-sign this. I wasn't talking about my experience. 'Cause that's not my experience. But when I speak to other women, this is the experience. Jasmine can co-sign what I'm saying and what I'm about to say. In terms of, I've dealt with top tier men. I have top tier men in my life who are close to me. No, I don't have my dad, but my brother has always taken care of me. There is nothing I can't call him for right now. So I don't need that. I'm not looking for that, right? And Vernique is saying and Vernique saying that um getting away from feeling like we're asking for too much. Um I don't necessarily think it's that let me make it personal. Sometimes it's not that I feel like I'm asking for too much. Sometimes I feel like because I don't get the bare minimum, I stop asking altogether, right? And so when it comes to me saying men feel like, oh, they're being made to be a simp, right? That is what I was talking about in context to the initial statement, which was them bringing trauma and all of that into their relationship. Because if they were used by a woman, if they were cheated on, if they were abused mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, they bring those traumas into the relationship. And I use that example, but we experienced it across the board in terms of men just not wanting to deal with their trauma and with their baggage.
I
So
was in agreement with
here's
you. I was expounding
here-
on your point. I don't know where
You
it
know
went
you
left,
was agreeing, Vernique.
but
The
my
spirit
point.
of
no, Vernique,
It was a
Vernique,
bit
you don't
of
have to clean it up.
It was division.
But
It was
Vernique,
and
Vernique,
division.
Vernique, you don't have to clean it up. You're doing a
You're trying to
fantastical
start
job.
division in the chat.
No. You don't have to clean it up. But here's my question for real, right? Because I'm gonna ignore the two things that you're saying because you are saying two things, but I'm gonna let it ride. We got a long night. I'm gonna let it ride. Here's what I will ask. Because if that is true, I'm gonna ask y'all this. And Vernique said it, but I gotta say something here. I do believe there are some of us that really want to do right. I believe that. I know that for a fact. There are some of us that really, really want to do right. So if that is true, if you say that's true, can we all agree that that's true? There are men that want to do
Absolutely.
right and have it to do
Absolutely.
right.
I know about
If that's true, if that's true, how much of this is who you've chosen versus the fact that this is what men do? Because it started
No,
off
no, no, no,
sounding
no.
like this
Hold
is
on.
what y'all do. And
No,
once
no, no.
again,
You
I
asked a
listen.
question.
Right?
You
You
asked
yeah.
a question, and we were
Okay.
pointing out behavior traits that we see
Okay.
that is a little toxic in men. That's what the conversation was surrounding, and it was drawing out the point that was made in the video. You taking it too far. Now, I do think though that there is what we choose and what's accessible. What's making it harder for dating right now is social media. Social media is pushing
I
out
agree.
propaganda that makes it seem like that's what the reality is and that's what people should be doing whole time. In like it's theory and in practice it falls flat. It falls completely flat.
Okay.
So they're telling women, hey, make sure that you get these six-figure dudes, make sure you da 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 da. But in reality, how many of you even know a friend who makes six figures? You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody's gonna be like, yeah, I know, but
Why does it have to be six
are they?
figures?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I
Context
don't
again. Listen
understand
to what
why
I'm saying.
society is telling
No,
us
no, no, no,
these
no.
things.
I'm
We're
done.
internalizing it.
I'm-
We're internalizing it, and then we're trying to put it into practice, and we realize it falls flat, and then we end up doing what we need to do anyway. So I think that a part of it is what we're choosing, right? I think we all, and it's not just. I think women always get the bad rep of like, well, y'all need to choose better men. Stop letting these men impregnate you, and da da da. But there is no or very little accountability for men on how they present in these situations when they're
Thank
coming in
you.
contact with us.
Thank you. Because
So
that's
it's what
exactly
we're
what was going
choosing, but
through
it's
my
what they're
head.
doing.
You're the representative.
But okay, but you watched on Thursday. You watched. Was that not something that we said? Because I do not believe that we
Definitely was.
attacked the women and did not hold our men accountable
But
without
that
the placement of the women at all. Go ahead.
I feel like
No,
that was one
I'm not talking about that
large
general issue.
one.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about in regards to the conversation.
Absolutely.
I'm saying in the conversation, we did speak to what we saw, but we also spoke to where we need to step up. I think we did that. Is that a fair statement? Y'all
Yes, you
watched it?
did. You all did.
Yeah.
Well, praise God. Come on. Now, so in practical, all right. You know what? yeah, yeah. Vernique, they're attacking me in the comments.
I'm
I need
looking
your
at
help.
it. I feel bad.
I need.
I don't know
I'm
how
not
to
even.
you.
I'm
I
not
don't
even
even
talking
know.
about. I'm not even talking about the comments because they're gonna do what they do. I'm talking about the people on the screen. Y'all supposed to be my friends, y'all.
Oh no.
Y'all supposed to be my friends, y'all.
We
So is
love
that
you.
what?
Well,
Are we talking about catfishers now? Is that
Oh,
what?
Oh,
um,
your man in our last conversation, he was very passionate about these women catfishing, and men be top
no, he
tier
didn't
cat.
use catfish. He didn't use
Okay,
catfish,
okay.
but
Who
we
be?
we gonna leave that alone.
Wait, hold up. All right, come on. No, we don't have to. Say what you gotta say. Come on. What y'all done
He didn't
seen
use
some short
catfish. We
men.
didn't get there yet. We didn't get there yet. So I don't want to bring that up just yet.
We're here
I want to
now.
deal with the topic at hand.
so are we only going to talk about what the men talked about, or are we going to bring about our own points? Like, is there any
No,
point where
we're
we're
gonna
going?
we
Because then we're going to be the angry women that are just attacking the men. So are we
no
going to
no no
bring
no
out
no
our
no no no
own,
you're not. No
or
you're not. You have full jurisdiction. No, you're not. I will go to bat. Now y'all know. I will go, especially you, Vernique. Y'all know I will go to bat for you now. This is come on. Y'all you know I got you. Huh? It's me. I got you. All right. So
But
let's
to
go
your
ahead.
point, but to your point,
Go ahead.
if I can, but to your point, a lot of the time it is who we choose, right? But it's also in a lot of cases it's because we haven't dealt with something ourselves. So sometimes you attract what you how can I it's like oh you have this trauma, you have abandonment issues, I have abandonment issues, we gonna link up.
True.
You've been hurt, I've been hurt, we gonna link up,
trauma
right?
bonds?
And trauma, those trauma bonds, thank you. Those trauma bonds are created, and it's not, I don't necessarily think it's always intentionally who we choose. um but listen to what I'm saying. But by the time it's all said and done, say we choose, we connect in a trauma, in a trauma bond, and then I choose healing or you choose healing. Now we're going to eventually be on two separate paths.
Mm-hmm.
because I'm moving in one direction of being healed and trying to get over what I'm trying to get over, and you're not. And that's never going to work. And I think if we analyze sometimes the intent of why we enter into relationships or situationships, they wouldn't turn out to be as the word that I hate, as toxic as they are sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you're right. I think we've got a new issue at hand here, right?
What's the
No, no, no.
issue?
Your sister, your sister said everything that needed to be said. We can do the benediction upon her
No, no,
statement
no,
no
no, no,
more
no, no. No,
because
we
that is the
cannot.
truth. That
No,
is
we
the
cannot.
truth of the
No, we
word. I
can't.
ain't never seen a gospel more pure
Okay,
than
So
that. Pin
but
it in
Vernique,
the comments.
Vernique, Vernique.
Hold on, I
Here's my
gotta catch
prop.
up. I ain't even
Here's
paying
my problem
attention.
with that.
wait,
Here's my
are you
problem. Here's my
talking
problem
about?
with this, Vernique. Wait, who's talking? Go ahead.
So because I feel like Elisha, we might be in the same vein a little bit. Are you talking about personality comment Vernique?
It's on the
I'm
screen right
talking
now.
about right there.
So yes, I do believe that men are able to catfish their personality. Yes, I agree to a degree. But to Elisha's point, and not to like be against us, but I might be against for a minute. Women sometimes purposely look past red flags.
Oh
And
yeah,
Absolutely.
sometimes we
it's
choose to date the same man in a different body. Because we feel like we can raise these men, we feel like we can change
Come
these men,
on.
out of them. We feel like we can sex it out of them. We feel like we can fix all their problems. And truthfully speaking, we do look past the issue. So today he
you
didn't
not
want to go to
lying.
work because he was tired. And then for the whole week he doesn't want to go to work. And then when you get married and he don't work, you act like you didn't know he didn't want to work before. You act like you didn't know he didn't have lack
Okay, but I
passion.
had already fell in love with him by the time the first day he didn't
Ooh,
go to work. That's not
But,
on me.
Jesus.
That's not
but
on me.
before he
Why
didn't go
you
to work,
didn't Ben stop going to work?
before he didn't
Ooh.
go to but Renique, before
Talk,
we fall in love,
Jasmine.
and and don't get me wrong, I've been stupid before. I've had situations where yes, I fell in love or I fell in lust
That
before
is
I
not true for some women.
listen. Let me go. Let me get. I'm about to get through it. I'm
No,
gonna
no,
down
no,
that
no, no.
road.
I'm with you. You're right. I was talking about the comments. You're
We
right.
did not. We so but sometimes we do fall in love, right? After the fact, and then as my pastor says, the representative leaves, and we find out who they really are. But some of them from jump have showed us you on social media all day, every day. You always got time to talk to me. You like, and not to be toxic and say I don't want you to pick up my calls or always text me, but you always got free time. You ain't
Yeah.
like you, or you only could call me after 9 o'clock, or you only call me when you in the car, or I can't never see where you live, or I can't never meet your friends, or we've been together how long and your mama still don't know me, and like I can't never see no baby pictures.
And you still talking about what what's
Come
understood don't need
on.
to be explained.
But yeah, we
Child.
That's
still
it. At 35. Come on.
I get privacy. I get privacy. But you post everybody on their birthday, but I can't even get the basic happy birthday with the little ratchet Drake happy birthday. So I feel like sometimes as women we do just need to admit that like sometimes we do fall in love. It's like, oh, he's fine, he had a job, and then he got depressed. Oh, he fine, life happened, he changed who he was. He had a trauma, he had certain situations. I agree with that, Renee. This is how we fall in love. I have been there. Trust me, I have been there. Just getting out of there. I got it. But sometimes we just be missing those red flags in the beginning, like, oh, he talked to her
Absolutely.
crazy. He would never talk to me crazy. And
Right.
we try to be like, Lord, I'm gonna pray it out. Or my box is so
Come
good that I'm
on.
and I've been there, so I can see
Whoa.
perspective.
Yeah, no, I
But
100% agree.
can I add to that a little bit?
Please.
Because we let me speak for myself. I call you out. Like, case in point, I was dating this guy and I realized how he talked to people in general, right? And I'm not stupid enough to think that you would never talk to me like that. So I said, do you realize how you talk to people? He said, well, what do you mean? I said, your tone. He said, what about it? I said, well, it comes off rude and condescending. Do you realize that that's how you talk to people? He says, but do I talk to you like that? I said, you don't, you can't, and you better not. And this and I said this to him. I said, see, what you don't understand is not concerned with how you just treat me. I'm concerned with how you treat people altogether. I'm concerned with if you're a good representative of me. You can't be 43 years old on social media, blasting trap, out in the club smoking hookah every week. You just can't do that. We can't do that, right? And I think that those are to the point. I think that these are the kind of things that we like to say we miss, but they've been there all along. He
Facts.
been going to strip clubs. He been spending $500 on drinks and bottles and hookah and sections. He been doing all of that. And so now you get
That's what
pregnant,
turned
have
you
a
on when you
baby,
first met him.
you get
Y'all don't
pregnant,
want
you
to
have a
talk.
baby, and you
Y'all don't
want
want
him
to
to
talk.
calm down.
Them
You get
VIP
pregnant,
sections turned you on.
you get pregnant, you have a baby, you want him to calm down, but he like, that's your baby. I'm
Uh
going
oh.
out. But these are
But can I
things that you recognize.
Cause
He
I
didn't
got
have any
bottles
sense
to
of
buy.
responsibility. He had no financial responsibility. He had no emotional or mental stability. Yet
Mm.
Whew.
you want to act like it was all him. So yes, to your point, it is. Back to the original statements, it is sometimes who we choose. It is. Very much so.
But can I just go to the point that you talk about calling them out? A lot of men don't like being called out by women. They hate it.
Don't.
They feel like you're coming at them. They feel like you are attacking them. They don't. And as much as men like to say that women do not desire honesty, men hate to hear you say like, "Yeah, that wasn't right. You shouldn't have did that." And I know with a man, maybe Elisha is going to say it's about tone and timing. But even in the right timing, even in the right, I could feed you. Make sure your belly is full. Make sure you watched your show. Make sure you out the shower. You didn't have a hard day at work. And come with the softest tone and say, "Hey, honey, you spent $1,000 on X, Y, and Z this month, but we trying to build for this future." And it feels like an attack instead of me holding you accountable. So can we just get into that? I just want to. I feel like Vernique and Valerie might have something to say about that, but I feel like a lot of men don't like accountability.
Here's
I
my
deal with it
question
in
there.
AW every single day. Men don't like accountability. They don't. It's my life. My whole life is
Are y'all?
helping men deal with accountability. 100%. Yeah,
Are you
it's
serious?
true.
No, it is
So
true though.
are we
We're not talking
talking?
about your 5 group of men. We're talking about
Say that again.
worldwide. We're not talking
Say
about
that
your 5
again.
group that was your group of 5 that was in Thanksgiving. We're talking about all the men in the world
Yeah, and let me
that
tell you
we
how
have
bad it is.
experienced.
Let me tell you how bad it
I
is.
can agree.
It's
Go ahead,
so
Vernique.
men don't like accountability so much, and I know this because especially in the early days of AW, the men trust me a little bit more now. But especially in the earlier days of AW and even relatively recently, if I had something to say to a guy, I would go in our team group. I would tell another guy to say it. They would say it and they would receive it. Because what I noticed is when I would say it, I get a bunch of talk back, and now I'm arguing with somebody in the comments while I'm at work. But as soon as the man say it, it's like, oh, all right, I feel you, bro. Men do
D,
not like accountability.
I kind of gotta agree with them here though. See, I kind of do
There
have
are
to agree.
Generalizations. I'm not gonna say just on the street don't like
But
accountability, but yeah,
but
generally men have a hard time.
generally I agree. So here's what I say for the most part, and then y'all help me out. Y'all pitch in here, co-host pitch in. Let me know what you think. But here's what I say. I think
I'm
it's
sorry. I'm
important.
sorry. I'm sorry, man of God. Just really quick, can I address this comment? Because Donnell
Which
said
one?
I don't mind accountability. It's the method in which it was presented. And my sister just said we could feed you, bathe you, put your favorite show on, put your favorite drink in a glass, and snuggle up right next to you, smelling like heaven, and try to
make
have
sure
a
you have a little bit
conversation
of
with
work.
you about it.
You
And
can tell me what you want. Listen, you've been wrong every day of your life. Babe, you are so right. I have been so wrong. What do you want me to do to make it right? You are so right. You are so right. I am
Jazz
so
said
wrong.
that. Jazz said that. That's the thing. Sometimes we could do everything that you all tell us that you want us to do, and yet
I
it's
don't
still
know.
you'll still be offended. But I have a point to that, Elisha. I want you to finish what you were saying though.
And I'm about to. Steph, I don't know, Steph. I think we got to pick a side.
Not
I think
manipulation.
we got. Yeah. No.
So
I
you
think
don't
no.
want
Women. No. Y'all want me to have y'all or y'all
Go
got it?
ahead. Go
What
ahead.
y'all
Go
want to
ahead.
do?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
What
ahead. You got it. You got
you
it.
want me to? You want this? Okay. Steph, I think we have to pick a side. I think if we say, hey, present this information in a certain way, when they do it, we can't look back and be like, nah, that's manipulate. We can't play both sides of the fence. At that point, if that's what we're saying, then we truly don't want to be held accountable. Because that means any way you give it to me, I'm not taking it. And that's just not fair. So I'm with the ladies on that one. I'm sorry. I'm with the
Yeah,
ladies on that one.
because the thing
I'm
is,
kind of.
if that's manipulation, then manipulate me. Because men sometimes they want to correct and they want to lead, and they
She
come with a
does.
hammer. And so I do need you to come in with the, hey, like rub my shoulder, hey babe, I want to talk to you about something. You know what I'm saying? Set me up a night, that whatever it is that you want to do, so we can have this conversation. Why? Because that's psychology. When you lower my defenses, I'm more likely to listen to you. Likewise, we should be doing the same to them, right? I think we talked about this earlier, like giving men room to talk. You cannot, let me tell you, I was married for 2 years, and I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that you cannot see that man walk through the door and tell him like, yo, can you no, it'll never work. You have to wait, you have to be patient, you have to set the atmosphere for what you want. Don't we talk about setting the atmosphere for God? Are we manipulating God in worship when we set the atmosphere? And then we're like, you know what, God, as you
You get the full screen.
now I want to ask you for what it is that I'm
Preach.
seeking for. Lord, on my behalf, as I present my body as a living
Yes,
sacrifice,
Lord.
ask for, would you heal me? Will you bless me? Will you whatever? So it's not manipulation when we do it to God, and it's not manipulation when we do it to man. Now, when you only do those things to get your way, and it has
Come
no
on.
mutual benefit,
Teach.
that's manipulation. When you only are nice to that person when you need something for them, that's the problem. It's not manipulation when you are trying to honor somebody by making sure that they are in a position, in a place to receive what it is that you have to say. And with that, I am done.
And then can I just add something to what Vernique
I was
said?
about-
'Cause sorry,
No. Go ahead.
I didn't want to go Bible, but since we're here,
Since
when I
we're
was a
here.
little girl, there's a message I'm never gonna forget that my grandmother spoke. She spoke about Esther and how he got the kingdom to have favor with her, right?
Come on.
God called it the Esther anointing. Esther was not allowed to just walk into that king's office or his bedroom any type of time, even though she was his wife. Esther prayed, she fasted before, she set it up, right? But Esther put on her smell good. She put in her finest linen. And then she went before the king and said, if I find favor in your sight. So how is it manipulation if the queens of the Bible have done it? And as Vernique said, this is what we do to God. It's not manipulation. It's knowing how to set up your territory. It's knowing the person. The Bible says, know that labor among you. And if we're in a relationship, then I'm laboring among you. So I should know you, and I should know how to set up and come to you. But all right, go ahead.
Let me jump in and just tag right there. And I think it was Elisha that put it in the comments. This is all a part of a wise woman buildeth her house.
That's right. Come on.
You build it. This is how you build it.
You get the full screen. Come on. Talk to
and
me.
a fool tears
That's
it
right.
down with her own hands.
Yes, she does. With her own hands.
If the king of my castle walks in from work,
The who of your castle?
the king.
Come on, one more time.
The priest of this household.
That's
Amen.
right. That's right. That's right.
And I'm the queen. I'm gonna give the king time to chill out,
Oh, the queen was
unwind from
necessary.
his day
Come on.
mentally, because he just had to face whatever he had to face. He don't need to come in like to Vernique's point. He doesn't need to come in with, well, babe, I need this. And this is what's going on with the kids. And this. No. Let him go, chill out, unwind, take a shower, and then we can talk. This is what's going on with the kids today at school. This is whatever. This, if it's no kids, this is what whatever the household conversation is. But many times and it goes back to that timing. Women want to think everything is just urgent. No, hush. Study to be quiet for about 15 minutes when you get home.
I think this is the truth sometimes. I think sometimes, oh boy, I know they're gonna help me because these are queens right here. They're gonna help me out right here. Sometimes it's not even about what it is that's trying to be said. Sometimes it's about a point trying to be made. And you ain't gonna rest until you make this point. That's more so pride than us building together.
You in my brain. You in my brain.
Come on.
Hold on.
The women of God. I mean, give us your cash apps at this point.
Because here's the thing, and You're exactly along the line of my thought process. Number one, sometimes um we don't approach things with the intent to find resolve. So if I
Hey,
have a problem, right,
You wanted that
and
full
I
screen. You
give
got
you,
it. You win. You win. You got
and I'm
it. You wanted
trying
the
to
full screen.
communicate the issue that I have with you, I need to know the resolve that I'm seeking to find by presenting this issue. But a lot of the time, we don't present the issue to men in a way to find resolve. So anything that they throw at us, yes, sis, he don't want to hear it because you don't even know what you want. You don't even know how to tell him to respond. You don't even know how to tell him what it is that you need in this interaction and in this exchange. And so it is very true that presentation is everything, but also go into a situation in what you're presenting to him, knowing what you want the resolve to be, knowing what it is that you need. So if you were lacking something, if you felt like, hey babe, last week I just felt like you were a little disconnected and I need some attention. I just need something. Can we do a date night? Can I plan something? Go and don't just present it. Don't just present that you need this, the house needs. No. But how are we resolving this issue? Peaceably.
mm-hmm.
And
I'm
going back to what we said, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I agree with Kanea wholeheartedly. And at the beginning, my flesh wanted to be like, no, because, but you know what? There is so much wisdom in that because we really do.
Call that flesh into subjection. I like it.
Men are task oriented, they're problem solvers, and it's a lot easier for them to know what to do when you give them directives. When you're
When
like, you know
you
what, I would really appreciate such and such and such and such. Now there are times where you need to just have, where there needs to be space for you to just emote, right, for you to share your feelings, like, hey, I don't need you to do anything about this, but I really feel a way about such and such and such and such. And men need to learn to be able to take that. Don't solve my problem, just be there in the moment, sit with me, love me for that, just like I should do to you. But we do have to do better. I think the issue that I've run across in my time with singles and my time with women in general is that we perceive detail as a negative. Like when we have to give detail to things, we see that as if we're doing all of the work, but to be honest, you're helping the work get done. And so you have to be open and willing to say, hey, you know what, like, not maybe when he asks you, hey, where do you want to go, it's not a bad thing. Like maybe it's not that he's lazy, maybe he really wants to take you where you want to go. Like it's okay sometimes to be like, you know what, hey, if he's like, yo, I want to go on a date, where do you like to go? Like, you know what, I really enjoy A restaurant, B restaurant, and C restaurant. Any one of those that you choose is fine. If you want him to choose and be spontaneous, let him do that, but be able to provide some detail and structure around it so that way he can really give you what you want. Gone are the days of, you know, well, I hope maybe he figured out what I want. No, like we're all grown-ups, we're all adults. It's okay to add some detail to that and to specifically state what you need. And I've gotten more results, honestly, in changing that particular behavior for my own life. Even most recently, I wanted somebody to call me. They're not really good at calling. And so instead of being like, yo, like you should have called me when such and such and such, I was like, you know what? It really would have like made me feel comforted if you would have called me. And I got a call 10 minutes later. Like, would it have been nice to have a call when I wanted to call? Sure. But there was the effort and there was detail around that. And now he understands that I desire this level of connection. So,
but it's also, there's also vulnerability. There's also a vulnerability piece that's right there. There's a vulnerability piece that's right there. And so sometimes we don't want to admit that we don't trust sharing what it is that we want with our mate because we don't think that they'll give it to us. Yes. We go in with this notion that if I tell him I need time and attention, he might think I'm needy.
Yes.
So we're not vulnerable enough to say, hey, you know.
Wait, hold up. Full stop. Yes. What if I'm okay? Have y'all considered that some of us might want that?
No. And we agree with you. We want you. That's fine.
Have you considered that? Have you considered it's possible that what some call needy, others need?
Absolutely. But no. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is sometimes I was talking about vulnerability.
Okay.
I was talking about vulnerability and how
Okay.
sometimes we won't express our needs because we don't want to be vulnerable enough with someone to truly tell them what it is that we need from them.
And I think
And
what he was
so,
saying is we're in us holding that back. That person may
right,
really want that part of us. So I
absolutely,
agree with you.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
And
I
it's a
think
vulnerability piece that you all might be looking, and ladies, this might be a point for us. There's a vulnerability piece that they may be looking for from us that we're not giving, and that's what kind of will get things lost in communication.
I need. I'm gonna speak for me. I can't speak for everybody. I'm gonna speak for me. I want to know that that's what you want. I
Right.
want to know that you want to spend. Those are things I want to know. Because here's the thing. I want to do it too.
Mm,
Okay, y'all
that's
not hearing
good.
me.
Come
That's
on,
This
yeah.
good.
isn't this
We
That's
isn't
good,
agree.
just
man of
a
God.
one-sided thing.
That's
There
good.
are some. I want to go there too. I want to go eat with you too. I want to go spend time, watch a movie, walk through the park. I want to do that too. Once you do that, you're opening that door. Now I'm walking through that thing every chance I get after that, because now I know that you've opened that door. I do want to talk about something. I,
And
I
it
don't know
sets
if it
the
was
tone.
Vernique. It absolutely does. Now, after you set the tone, don't keep on setting it. If you got to keep on setting it, he don't get it. It's time
Mm.
to move on.
Well, drop
No,
those gems, man. Let me get a
I'm
pen.
I'm
Cause
I'm just saying. I'm on
hold,
your side tonight, huh?
hold on.
I'm on, I'm on your
So
side. Somebody said something. I'm about to give it right to you, co-host. Somebody said something, and I don't want the brothers to miss it. If you're watching this now, you're watching this in the future. I do not want the brothers to miss this. One of the things I've adopted saying, not lately, it's been for a while now. One of the things I've adopted saying, once I see us tipping into that conversation where she's ready to offload once again, and there's no problem with that. One of the things I started asking is, hey, so do you need help, or are you just trying to tell me what's going on? Because
mm,
a place where I messed up, and this is for us brothers, a place where I messed up is I started thinking that I was the mechanic and my job was to fix everything.
Yeah.
And so I started hearing things like, why are you always trying to fix me? Do you see a problem with me? Why do you think there's always, and it's like, wait, now I'm confused, because it's like, you keep telling me all this stuff that's going on. So a great way for you to go ahead and put that issue out of way, you put that issue to bed, just ask her what she wants. And I think that for some of us, especially those of us men that say we communicate, there's a lot more pressure on us, because some of us, you got to do some of the work. What do you want in this moment? I hear what you're saying. What do you want me to do with this? Well, do you want me to do anything with this at all? Is there a response that you're looking for, or do you just need a shoulder right now? What is it that you're looking for from me in this moment, so I can be that and not, turn the corner, whatever that may be. I think co-host had something.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
I was gonna
Okay.
just kind of piggyback on what Veronique and Kania, am I saying your name right? Okay,
Yep.
was saying. A lot of times, the more specific, the more we bottom shelf it for guys, the better it is for them, because they don't have to sort through
Mm,
all the fluff.
that's wisdom. That's
Um,
good.
I just did this, what Veronique was saying this week. I'm getting ready to celebrate a birthday with a friend. And I said, hey, I want to go to ABCD. Surprise me. Boom. Had no problems with it. So, ladies, I'm kind of making an appeal here. Don't be afraid. I think the reason why we're afraid, and we talked about neediness, is because people say, okay, they're being too needy, and that connotation puts us in that space of fear. So we want to get in a shell about it. But it's okay to let it out, and then they'll be able to come back and say, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do.
Yes.
And can I
Mhm.
just say, I think that when you was talking about social media earlier, I think social media gives us a connotation as well as our own just life experience. So like my sister on the screen, she could tell you for me. I'd be like, well, he a man, he should be leading, he should be da right. And she'll be like, sis, but sometimes maybe you just need to say it to him. Maybe you need to say something to him. And the other thing is, women think that men think like we think, and they do not think how we think. They're not us. They're not going to say, oh, she wants to do, she wants to do that. Sometimes they just want you to get a little soft and affectionate with them and be like, hey, you know what I like? I like X, Y, and Z. You know, I like this. And then they'll begin to make the effort. Then they'll begin to go, because they're just thinking about, like, I got to build a future. I got to make sure she's secure. She has to have security. Sometimes we just think that it should be equal. And, like, where I do think men and women should be equal on certain things, I think that we built that up so much for us being equal that we don't play our role sometimes in the situation. We just feel like, well, if he wanted, he should say something. But it's just like, sis, are you hurting him in the long run? Or are you hurting yourself? And I feel like we're more so stuck pride. We have so much pride. We're so headstrong. Like, well, if he wants to hang out, he would have said something. Just like Sis Valerie said, like 9 times out of 10, if you tell a guy like, yo, I feel like you've been working too much. Like, I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. I really miss you. But instead, what we'll do is be like, yo, you don't never be having time for me. But all the homeboys will have time, and we don't.
Hold up, pause. Hold up. Don't leave off that last piece. That I miss you will make you listen. I'm trying to help y'all out. That I miss you will send you over the edge. I'm trying to help you. Listen to the woman of God, especially that ending piece.
Women always want to feel wanted and welcomed, right? But we act like men don't want to feel wanted. Men want to be like, I don't want to use the word praise. They want to be.
No, that's the word
I'm looking
for.
No, use it. Use it. Use it.
Want to be seen.
Use it.
They want to
use it.
They want to know that they're missing in life. They want to know that, again, not back to the money, but they want to know that they're just not a prop. Like, because women call men for a good time too. They want to just know that they're not just a warm bed. They want to know that they're not just a car ride somewhere. They want to know that they're just not
a free meal.
You feel me? You're not looking for a free meal. They want to know, like, yo, I miss, like, when I hug you, I smelled that little Dre card on your neck. I smelled the little YSL. I miss that.
Like
they also did
some game. I'm getting a little
hold up. Let her keep talking. Let her keep talking.
Let her keep talking. Bye. Like I said, I miss watching our TV show together. Like, that's our thing. Like, I ain't really watch our show this week because you've been busy. I know you've been busy. Like, they want to know, like, did you eat this week? Like, my friends laugh at me, but I'm gonna ask you if you ate. We gonna know if you ate this week. If you didn't eat, your sleep is off. Did you go get some vitamins? Did you go pick something up? Not that I'm just concerned about what you're doing for our future, what you're doing for me, but I'm concerned about you. Yes. I want to pour that. And sometimes men don't know how to express that sometimes. So sometimes we get frustrated because as women, we're like, you're not doing this. We want this, right? Where men are just like, we're wrong. And they kind of fall back because they have the weight of the world on their shoulders, or so it seems in that moment. But you just saying, hey, did you eat today? Are you taking your vitamins? Did you rest today? How many hours of rest did you get today? Now, how can I help you? How can I be of service to you? Men want to hear that as well. And sometimes we are raised as women, as men are to cater to us all the time. And all that we can do is offer them a hot bed and a hot plate. And that's not the case.
Listen,
they need
that's so good. Well. Yes. Can I
go ahead and drop that Cash App in the comments. Go ahead and drop that Cash App in the comments.
They want to know that you're concerned about their well-being, bottom line.
Period.
Absolutely.
Period. They want to know that you care. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry.
You know that. Let me throw this in. It's back on you, Jazz. It's back on you, Jazz. Many of the men that are in my community that are married, they knew that they would marry their wife in a moment like that. Okay, I'm gonna run it back because that went right over y'all head.
No, I
can tell that just half, not on the screen because y'all wholesome queens. I'm talking about the ones in the comments. That went right over y'all. That went right over y'all. Many of the men in my community, if not all of them, made their decision in their heart to marry their wife after a moment like that, or after they were in a low place, and at the time their fiance or girlfriend or whatever, or somebody that they were courting, in that moment where they handled that moment correctly. Not because, y'all not hearing this, not because she was fine, not because she had her credit score looking right, not because the you know, because y'all be feeling like this box is so amazing. It's box everywhere. I'm just saying, it's more box than it is. See, there's that thing. See, there's that thing. There's that thing. Anyway, that's not what sold them. What sold them was, wait, she actually cares about me. And whatever it is that she's providing in these moments, I need that. All right. Yeah. You know, do with that what you may. Go ahead.
But you know what? I'm sorry.
No.
I also don't think
all y'all got some. I like this. Come on.
I also don't think that we as women
this is a praise party.
How much Raisha, I'm not in the mood for you. I also don't think that we as women realize how much, and I'm please don't take this word the wrong way, how much power we have. Hear me out. Hear me out. If
Immediate full screen.
if if you trim your beard down a little bit and you come home, or I see you, we out, we go on a date or whatever, and I look at you and I'm like, hey,
Uh huh. What you
you
say?
trimmed your beard down? And you're
Uh
like, yeah,
huh.
I was
Like
just trying a little something new. And
Uh
you
huh.
like, I mean, this is cool, but that whole thing that kind of do it for me real quick. Sis, I could assure you he gonna grow that beard out
And keep it for the rest of his life.
and
It's
keep
itchy,
it. If
it's
if you
scratchy.
look at him, if he's been going to the gym and
The rest
investing
of
in
the
his
life is
health
crazy, but it's true though.
and investing in his health, and he walk past you and you be like,
Mm.
you you looking like you looking. We
Mhm,
don't oftentimes realize that men need that too.
mhm.
Come
Yes.
on.
We don't
Come on.
oftentimes realize that they need that reassurance too. They need to know that, like, the same way we want them to look at us and feel like we're the only woman in the world, they want to know that when we look at them, we ain't looking nowhere else. Bottom
Absolutely.
line.
I want to tag in right here and say two things. One, um, and it's probably because it's 10 o'clock. After 10 o'clock, it's about my bedtime. So my cells are really off now. So I apologize in
Uh
advance.
oh. Immediate full screen.
But
I'm
the thing
mad.
about it is, nah, you do not need to put on full screen. The thing about it is, do you know how sexy it is to
Uh oh.
tell a
Teach them.
man that you want something and that thing arrives or it happens or like, do you know how empowered you feel when you tell a man you want to go to X, Y, and Z and he make it happen? Do you know, like, that's the power of opening your mouth and saying, hey, I want X, Y, and Z. We think that the opposite is where a relationship really should be, of like, oh well, let him figure it out. But do you know how
Talk.
men like to feel proud of themselves? They like to know that they understood the assignment, that they delivered it, and they got you exactly what you wanted. And like that engagement, that interaction, like, and they said, and you bring that, like, so you trying to take me out, like, you really trying to, you know what I'm saying? I
Okay?
mean, so you was listening, so you was out here listening to me, like, let me find out you out here trying to be my sugar daddy, like that. Y'all, I don't know if y'all be on TikTok, but there's a TikTok where the guy is like chasing the girl and he be like, man, stop. Like, that's dudes in real life. Like, they want you to be like, oh, okay, so you really trying to, like, what's up? Like, I see you trying to, you know what I'm saying? That is power. That is a form of power, to say what you want, to get it, and then to reinforce the behavior. That is power. And it's psychology, and it's not manipulation. It's literally you just honoring what was done. And the second thing that I want to say is that we don't talk about enough is knowing your man's true, or a man's true love language. Because 9 times
Mhm.
out of 10, men will tell you that their love language, their top love language is what? Physical touch. They might say something else, right? But a lot of the times that's because they've been socialized to believe that sex and physical touch is the only way for them to receive love. There are a lot more men
Wait. It
who
ain't
may
just
not
it
be
ain't
able
just
to.
that. It's them cuddles. Them cuddles get to it too now.
No,
I
no,
got
they
in
do.
trouble
But
for
what I'm
talking about these
saying is,
cuddles.
cuddles
Them
are
cuddles.
cuddles
Be
are
to
A1.
God.
Come
Cuddles are
on.
A1.
I'm just
But the
saying.
thing about it is, a lot of men, they don't know how to say, like, you know what, I actually really appreciate acts of service. I actually really appreciate words of affirmation, because they think it makes them seem soft. Like,
I
they
like
think that that's
quality
just something
time.
that women want. But men really do enjoy you opening your mouth saying, well, you look fine. Like, where do you think you're gonna look like that? Like, they really enjoy that. First of all, Jazz got some real game. Talking about, oh, I miss the smell of that YSL
I mean, right here in
cologne.
the
I'm
neck.
adding that one.
Right
I'm
here.
adding that
Yes,
one to
yes,
the
right
list.
there, right there behind the yeah. Uh-huh.
Am I
And,
gonna
but
hug
wait,
you?
let me say this before it goes off the rails a little bit. I was just listening to a podcast, and it was talking about
It's
how
about to get
basically
real
how,
sinful, Vernique.
I know, but I'm gonna help the people that it was talking about how you can be single and sexually whole. And so having those moments, just for context, having moments where you are embodying your sensuality but still keeping it holy is good and it's healthy. Like, to be able to tell somebody that they're attractive, for you to experience your body in all its beauty and its curves and things like that, that is holy. God created you that way. He created you to like those things. Now you don't take it too far. You don't be like, I love to, lick the back of your neck where you be putting on that YSL. You know what I'm saying? Glory to God, been there. I understand, but
Yeah, don't do
understand that, like,
that's
if
this
walk
platform does
in
not endorse that.
walk in your sensuality, own it, and understand like the power and the beauty of it when you're engaging with men. And with that, I'm pretty much. I'm probably gonna be
And
myself for the rest of the day because I talk too much.
I'm crying. I just want to add it.
Oh no,
It's an
keep
equal
on talking.
thing.
That's good stuff.
It's the currency, right? Like for me, like a lot of women think that, and I
Whoa.
love a guy to trick out, right? But for a man, his currency is that a woman feels financially and physically secure with me, right? But for a woman, my highest currency from a man is that he feels emotionally and secure enough with me to be vulnerable. And some women are knocking themselves in the head, right? Well, I want him to lay his head down. I want him to speak to me. But the more that you are vulnerable and you feed into what he needs, right? He needs to know that you feel financially protected or you feel physically protected, right? But you're not saying what you need in order for him to do that. So then he's gonna kind of shell up. But for me, it's just like, yo, when a man be like could just lay with not lay with me. Let me watch my words. When a man can just like sit with me and be like, yo, this is my issue. These are my things that I went through. That is like top tier. Like you can't tell me, like, do not speak to me after that. Because when the man starts laying his heart to me, it's over. So you had a bad day today, and you want to tell me who did it at the job. You want to tell me what your real frustrations are, not the surface frustrations that you tell your homeboys and everybody else, but the nitty gritty that the next person you're gonna go to is the Lord with it because you trust me that much. I feel like females
Or
be
your
beating
mama. Or
yeah,
your
or you
mama.
you beating yourself in the head so much trying to get stuff out this man. But if you just soften yourself up a little bit, if you just feed into his quote unquote ego a little bit, because that's something that we like to beef about, right? That or they have an ego, but sometimes just gotta. It's just like if you're going to your father or your mother, like, Mom, you look so nice today. I want a couple of the same things. Hey, boo, I like your new haircut. It looks really good. Just make him feel safe.
Cause Jazz, y'all run to the y'all run to the whole I love you complex, right? Y'all waiting for him to say I love you. It's a battle. I want him to say it. Matter of fact, sometimes it's a fight. Who gonna say it first? There's that whole situation, right? Here's what I would say to that. And I hope that y'all hear me in the right spirit. Here's what I would say to that. You would much rather his trust than his love. As in, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Cause that's cheap. Y'all not hearing me.
Mm-hmm.
It is
No, you're
very
talking right.
possible. It's very possible for me to love you today and hate you tomorrow. It's also very possible for me to love you but hate you and trust you. And because I trust you, you have my loyalty. There's a difference. There
Listen,
is a difference. You're going after a feeling that is unstable. Love is a feeling. It changes. Sometimes you I feel my anointing
it's no
probably
good
just
thing
crept in the
God
room.
just said. No good thing.
Some There you go. Sometimes you love God, but sometimes God allows some things to where you look at God like I ain't really feeling you right now. Now, mind you, that's God. You think what you thinking when it comes down to us? You would much rather his trust and his loyalty to you than you would his love. Now, I'm not saying that you don't want his love. You definitely want to make sure that's a part of the mix. You want somebody that loves you, but you want to make sure that you have been able to curate a space for his trust.
Can I jump in right here?
Please.
Please.
So I had a conversation talking about what's more important, wants versus needs, right? And I said needs, and this is what I think of the majority of women. um, Needs I need for him to trust me. That's one of them. I need for him to trust me. So then how do I create that trust? That means when he shares, then I'm holding it. Not only am I holding it, but I'm mindful of the area, and I'm helping to bring, somebody said it earlier, a solution to that area when it arises. So that helps to create, Jasmine, that safe space that you were talking about. So I think that trust is huge, Elisha. and definitely wanted far beyond, or I will say in conjunction with love, but it is probably number one if I had to rank them one and two.
So on Sunday's episode of Insecure, at the very end of the episode, when Nate and Issa were talking, and uh she said, I told you I loved you and you didn't respond. His response was, you haven't even checked to see what's going on with me, because he was talking about leaving LA because of, things that were happening at the barbershop he was working at. I'm going somewhere with this. He said, you're always telling me what I'm not doing. You're always bombarding me with the things that you need. You never stop to check
Come
in on me.
on.
So you haven't even created the space for me to tell you what's going on.
Come on.
Furthermore, you've been inconsistent. He said, you cried on me 1 minute, then you told me you want me, then you said I love you, then you said let's slow down. So now you've been inconsistent. I'm saying that to say, creating the space for a man to show up as his whole complete self, be vulnerable and be able to trust you is important, sis. He don't want you to be bipolar. He don't want it just because it's Wednesday and it's raining and your hair frizzy, your day messed up. Like, yeah, your twist out might be a little
Come
crazy, but that
on.
that has nothing to do with this. Yeah, we gotta learn to check your temperament. Check that, because that's why we don't get those results. And Grant, in this culture, I'm gonna say something, and it might not be a fan. I might not be. Nobody will be a fan of me, and I'm fine with that. But I'm
I
gonna say
got you. I
something.
got you. I got you.
I am so tired of this culture that glorifies the woman with the nasty attitude.
Yeah.
Can I say that one more time for the people in the vestibule?
Please,
I'm
please,
so
please.
tired of this culture that glorifies the woman with the nasty attitude, that
Uh
glorifies the
huh.
woman with the scowl on her face, that glorifies the one that's always sucking her teeth and rolling her eyes. Fix your face
Jesus.
and get yourself together, because it's not cute.
Jesus.
Can I just rebuttal that real quick, sis?
Furthermore,
Right?
hold on.
When you finish.
Furthermore,
That's right.
furthermore, my brothers, I love y'all. Stop pacifying this behavior. Cut it out.
I agree. I agree.
Stop pacifying it. Stop making it seem like the stop making it seem like the one who's the meanest walk, the mean girl, is the one that's gonna get the results. Stop it. Cut it
I
out.
agree.
And this culture that we've created, and
of it's feeling like the woman who is the I mean, this isn't that platform. Y'all gotta pray for me because my mouth ain't been delivered. But the woman who gives off that energy,
Go forth. Go forth.
the woman who gives off that energy is the one that y'all that some men. I'm not gonna, because we talked about generalizations. That is the one who gets wifed. Is the one who gets to settle down with. Y'all stop pacifying it, and women cut it out.
I don't
Cut
know.
it
I
out.
don't know. I don't know. You were doing good until the wife. You were
It
doing
is
good
what it
until the
is. I
wife.
said
You
it,
were doing
that's a part of the pacifying. That's a
you were
part of the
doing good until the
pacifying that
wife.
behavior.
No,
I
she's
don't
telling
know.
the truth.
I don't know if the wife piece is true though. Cuffed up maybe, but there's
Okay,
no
you got
validity in
that.
that.
I'll give you
There's no
that.
validity
I'll
in
give you
that.
that.
They're not
I'll give
getting
you that.
wifed up.
I'll give you that.
The
I'll give you
peaceful,
that. But
quiet girl that everybody ignored, that's the one that's getting wifed up. Y'all ain't gotta like this.
I
It's
wouldn't.
okay.
Mm,
I
I
don't
come with
like that
help.
gospel. I don't agree with that gospel.
I'm sure you
I
don't.
don't. I don't know. I
No.
don't. I don't know about
I'm
that one.
sure you don't.
I'm
I
not
think
quite
we cannot
sure about
generalize
that
But
one.
people in
how
that.
I know
how
many a
many
sweet
how
girl
many
that's very, very single.
But how many quote unquote bad chicks? And I know there's another word. There's another word for that, which only four people on the screen are qualified to say. But how many of those have y'all seen get married?
Left
Everything
and
else you
right.
said, everything else you said, I'm with you 1,000,000%. You don't got to clean up.
I don't, you
Somebody got a
know,
problem with you. I'm fighting them myself.
Left
But
and
I
I,
right
I
doesn't
don't
see
see
mean
them.
it.
I don't see them getting married
I
though.
don't,
I do them
I don't
see.
buy
I do see them
in.
getting validated by the culture. Go
a
ahead,
lot.
Vernique.
So
Yeah,
My
left
bad.
and right, especially in church.
Say what?
say it again.
I said left and right, especially in church environments. I feel like I can vouch for that. Left and right, the mean girls are
Okay.
getting married.
In
I mean,
I
Cause y'all love.
I
Let me tell
honestly,
you why. Y'all love to be like, oh, why lay back? And this is a meme that's going around and it's popular in culture. Y'all love to be. Sorry, Brittany. Y'all love to be like, oh, why the laid back man like these spicy women? Because she gonna send my plate back. But that's how it is in real life. Like these men, right, will be laid back and quiet and love these spicy women because oh, she gonna stand up for me. She gonna be a ride or die for me and my kids. She gonna ride for my family. And while it might not be all men, a lot of mean women are getting wiped up. Hence why we have mean first ladies who don't talk to their members. Hence why we have men who are in powerful positions, who women's attitude turns their clientele away and things of that nature. It is really happening out here. And I have been both the mean girl and the quiet young lady, so I understand it. I understand men who don't want to be with the mean girl and be like, yo, you doing too much right now because they have matured to a certain place. But there are a lot of men, especially in our communities, who feel like it's rah-rah. And the reason I believe that is true, I work with young men every day. You know, the little boy told me the other day, and he told me because of what his father does and with the men in his family experience, he broke up with a little girl in the 6th grade and was like, yo, she got beat up. She can't be with me because she don't know how to fight. My mom's a fighter. So if you're going to be with me, you got to be a fighter. It's something that's perpetuating in our community. So we're not going to sit here and act like they don't get wiped up. Because just like
I'm
hoes is getting wiped up every day, mean girls are too.
so when you turn the corner and go to church, here's what I will say. I will say some of the prettier women in church, because they know they get some of that hoorah and that attention, they are not nice like they should be, and they do come off with a specific attitude, and it's not pretty. I do agree with that. Now, when you turn the corner and you go church, I think it's a different conversation. I think it's very much so a different conversation because the dynamics change. Because the numbers, no, Vernique, I'm not taking validity from it. What I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. If you're in church, the numbers game is completely different than if we're talking about anything else. Because you got for every 10 men, for every 10 women in church, you probably got 3 or 4 guys.
Two
You
of them
probably got three
straight
or four guys.
and
One
one
of them is the
married.
pastor. One of them is a straight musician that's hitting everything in the church. One of them is married, and the other one probably, he ain't really, you know, he interested in something else. And those are the proportions. Am I lying? And so the men are gravitating to a certain type in church. I would say. That's just what I would say.
Okay.
So I say
Okay.
that I say that's thank you, Jasmine. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that the when you speaking about relationships, nah, Jen. Oh no. Don't you do this to me, Jen. I've seen Jen give these stats too
thank
many
you.
times. Jen, don't Jen, come on, don't do this to me now.
But can I
Okay.
Don't
just
do
say
this to
something?
me.
Can
Don't
I
do
say
this to
something?
Okay.
me.
What's the
All I'm
source?
saying is
Still
it's
want to know what the
different.
source is. Can we post
It,
that?
are you
Bernice
kidding?
got something to say. Bernice got
How
something to
many
say.
straight? Okay, how about this? Here's the question: how many
I
straight
got
single men are at your church? How about that?
Don't get her caught up. But can I
Okay, that's
say
what I
Almost
something
all
thought.
of them. Almost all of them.
and not pursue
I
the
said
topic?
how many. I didn't say who. I said how
Oh, you
many.
said single and straight or just
How
straight?
many? How I said how many single straight men are at your church? Okay, okay,
Can
bro.
I just
There it
say
is.
this really quick? I just want to say that I really don't like conversations like this because I don't think, to Jen's point, I don't think that we'll find validity in it statistics wise. Think that I don't think that one quote unquote type is getting married over another, except for maybe in specific spheres, like you said, when you decrease it to church and things like that. To be honest, like I've seen, I've just seen too much to really think that there are really just these types. Like I think that I know people who have gotten married who smashed on the first night. I've known people who married who waited. I know people who married who like they are complete opposites. The woman is more alpha than the man. I've seen the opposite. I've seen all types of marriages. Y'all do not buy into the hype that some one type is being chosen over another. It's about availability and it's about what you bring to that person, man or woman, whichever side. It's what you bring to that relationship and to that person that determines if you're going to move forward. And so I think that it's kind of not a worthwhile conversation only because of that reason. Because what I'm seeing is that women will try and fit themselves into a particular type, especially now that femininity is such a huge thing. Somebody would say that I'm not being feminine right now because I don't have my face beat and I'm not wearing a more whatever, but I'm very feminine. Like my friends who know me, I'm girly. You know what I'm saying? But but people will misconstrue feminine, or they will box femininity into one specific presentation. So with that being said, you're being a distraction. I can't finish my sentence. But thank you, Jen. Exactly that. So I've seen all.
Wait, how was I
go right
distracted
and
if I
go
was
wrong.
pointing to it?
Right, but I was on my train of thought and now I kind of lost it. But my point is that it's less about trying to fit into a particular narrative. I don't think that anybody should try and be. If I tried to be the super sweet whatever girl, I would fail because I am assertive and I'm very kind, I'm loving, I'm sweet, but I'm also a little feisty and a little spicy. And let me tell you, ain't nobody been mad yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the one who will send your plate back, but also jump in your arms if a dog runs past me. You know what I'm saying? So I
But
think that I just want ladies to focus on knowing what you want and making sure that your character and your presence matches that, and then it's not something that somebody else told you to want, but what you actually want, what actually fits who you are and what you desire.
I think that
Connect.
it also speaks to I'm gonna be I didn't like grow up in church. I wasn't born and raised in church. That's not. So my perspective on these kind of conversations is a little different. I've never sought to be in that group. Like talking about numbers and proportions and all of that. Yeah, that's cool, but that's not me. I'm not boxing myself into this whole thought pattern to think that, oh, because there's more men and women in church, that mean that mine not out there. No, because he is, right?
No, 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 no. That's not
And
what we're saying.
and
I think that was to
no, no,
the
no. I got you.
the initial point of that was the
I
mean
got
girl
that.
that gets wifed.
I was getting there. I got
Oh,
that.
excuse
So
me.
I'm a preacher too. You know we go roundabout. You did it on Friday. So
Wait.
I was he closed 4 times on Friday, y'all. 4. I counted. Um so I think that we shouldn't we shouldn't put ourselves in these different categories, right? Can I be a little spicy? Yes. Am I a mean girl? No. You know what I mean? Can it, and Jasmine knows how I feel about this mean girl conversation. We've had this conversation plenty of times. Don't allow yourself to be placed in these boxes and in this stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not who I am. I know who I am, right? And so I'm not going to allow myself to even take on this whole persona that I have to act this way in order to have men be drawn to me or whatever the case may be. No, I'm a little spicy. You know what? They didn't mess your order up. Excuse me. He ordered French fries, not mashed potatoes. Can you just adjust that for me? Yes, I'm gonna do that. But I'm also the one who is soft enough to let you lead me into somewhere because I know that you're surveying where we're going before I enter. Like there's a balance that comes that I think we don't like to recognize that some women have. That's what I'm saying. Right? So yes, there are Mean Girl. I hate that term. We do this whole category or whatever, but what about those who have a healthy balance that seemingly gets overlooked sometimes because you got to be one or the other. Can we ex-nay on the categories?
I'm with you there. I'm with you. I got you.
Because I'm not that. I'm not your average church
I'm
girl.
with
I'm
you.
not your average preacher. You gonna see me in Target with a Nike tech suit on and some J's. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and you can feel how you want to feel about it, right? But that don't mean that don't mean I that don't mean when I see you I'm gonna be like you're that don't mean that. It's just a part of who I am. So don't
Right.
make me this hard up person, but also don't try to put me into this. Like just let people be who they're gonna be and go based off of that. But don't try to create these categories to say that one person is getting, and I'm not even going to say that word, what people are drawn to a certain kind of individual. Like that's the choice that they make, and that's cool, but that doesn't mean that who mine ain't gonna be where he needs to be when he needs to be there.
Now y'all know I'm a critical listener. Now you were the one that introduced that conversation. I'm
I
just
did.
saying.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no. I
saying.
did.
Don't shoot me. I'm a very critical listener. I listen for a
I
living.
did introduce that, but I was talking about
Okay.
in terms of church. I was when initially when I introduced
Okay.
it, I said culture, right? When we look
Okay.
at social media, when we look at all of that stuff, that's where I introduced it as because we see it publicized so much. But now when we shift into church, I'm talking about another ball game because you wanted to talk about numbers and ratios and pie charts and
Well, we were talking about church. That when y'all shift the corner, I gotta address what we're talking about.
absolutely.
I'm a critical listener.
No, but I was talking
If
about
I
in
ain't gonna
terms of
do nothing,
culture
I'm
when
gonna
you
hear
look at
you.
social media and all of that
You are
stuff
right.
and
You're
what's
definitely
presented.
right. You're
What's
definitely right.
presented is that the mean girls win.
That's true.
She got her middle finger up in every picture. She rolling her eyes. She sucking her teeth. She doing this. She doing that. That's what's presented. That they win. And it's like, no, like we gotta stop glorifying that.
But I don't think we have. So I'm gonna say this. I don't think we have. I don't think we have jurisdiction over what social media is going to do. I think social media has taken this snowfall into an oblivion that's uncontrollable at this point. I think social media literally is a life of its own where you don't ever know what's going to happen, right? So
It's
I don't
the
think we can control
hyperbolic
that. But
version of reality.
absolute matter of fact, I consider social media to be its own world. You can be whatever you want to be in real life and get on social media and you a doctor, you a lawyer, or you a model, whatever you want to be is possible on social media. And the people that really know you are like, yeah, that ain't real, right? So social media allows you to do that. And so I don't think that we can combat what social, but I'm just saying that to say what's real and what's social and what's on social media are two different things. That much I want to
No,
say. Like who's getting wifed on social media and who's getting wifed in real life, two different conversations. That's all
but
I'm
I
saying.
think the
All I'm
pavement is
saying
the
is give
blood.
people in real life a chance. A chance. Because
But if
it's
people
not the
slide in a
same.
DM, we're not going anyway.
No, what I'm
But
saying
once
is I
again,
think they
oh,
collide. I think the two words collide every now and again. I think they are separate realities, right? And I'm telling you, as a young woman who goes through this, right, with this whole mean girls, nice girl thing. And Kania's my sister's on here. She can tell you. She tell me I'm mean all the time to men. And I'd be like, what? I'm just a little bit outspoken. I don't think that I'm mean. So that, and I'm not saying that she does that, but society does do that as well. You can be all for social media, and if I walk in my church mother is like, smile, you a lady, put your shoulders up. Or and like I want to have good posture, but sometimes I be rushing into church. I gotta do worship, I have to pray, I have to do something. They like, smile. A man I could want you walking around looking all frumpy, or why you don't got no lipstick on today? Or you should have your flats on. Why your heels are not on? So while it is a social media thing, it is also a society thing that I feel like we're not honest about sometimes. About not being able to be both
I
or
can agree
smile
with that.
spectrum of who we are.
I can agree with that. I definitely can. And Jen, I can agree with that too. With the marriage point, what I'm not trying to do is take validity from online, because a lot of us, I make I make 99% of my money from online, right? Or from word of mouth, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not saying that it's not real, but what I am saying though, there is a very real aggression of virtual lives that are just not really happening. Like, you can get online and say whatever, post whatever, do whatever. You can't be checked. You're not living it. You can go take a picture next to anybody's car and post it. You cannot be checked for what you do online. And a lot of people, more people than not, are taking advantage of that. And that's just the truth. That's where society and our culture is. But there is some people are getting married. But I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I think that the connections are real. It's social media as a whole that paints a false picture.
That's what
the
I'm
content
saying.
is being pushed out.
That's what I'm saying.
Miss Valerie,
That's that mute. That's that mute spirit again. Come on, up and out. I see you in there.
I'm agreeing with what Veronique and Elisha are saying. It's very, very real. But I just kind of wanted to speak to stretch it a little bit further as to how I think Kania was saying how it impacts culture. Somebody said something about culture. I'm speaking from, I'm gonna put on a teacher hat for a second and saying that social media and the conversation that you all were having of being mean girls and how they are being wifed up, it has a tendency to make these young ladies do that, thinking that that's what they need to be in a relationship.
yeah.
And that's where it needs to stop being celebrated. That's it.
Now I agree. I agree. I'm gonna say this though, Dr. Somerville.
Yes.
I'm gonna put this in your suit while I'm in your kitchen. Thank you, Bishop Jacobs. I'm gonna say this one thing. I only know one mean girl that's been wifed. Her name is Cardi B. That's it.
And we
And
see
she-
what her
she-
marriage looking like.
Exactly.
But
That's all
I
I'm
don't- but
saying.
also
All
the-
I'm saying is,
but again,
give me
I
your
think
other
people
examples
are-
of mean girls getting wiped. Give me your other ones, cause I
think that,
see one.
Again,
Now, I didn't say necessarily getting wife. I said culture glorifies it. That's my point. The getting
But
wife
I think
part,
I agree. But I think culture has always done what culture has done. And I think if anything, I think this is the time, and you know, this is where it could shift, and I'm gonna really try. I'm gonna really try. But what I would say is, if there's any time to draw your personal and church line with culture, this would be that time. Culture, to your point, culture has never been so powerful in the way that it influences people's lives. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm you know,
wait, are you
I'm
saying
just like,
it's not influencing people's lives?
no, I said it's never been so.
Yeah,
It's more influential now than it's ever been.
Than ever. Got you.
Yeah. So it's like, I can't, you know, if let's say you're talking to like the single ministry at your church, my number one source can't be culture, because we gonna get it wrong in this ministry every single time. You see what I'm saying? So at some point we got to pull away from that. That's all I'm saying. And Jen, I'm just saying, they're talking about the middle fingers and all of that, and hey, I'm in above my head. I don't follow nobody. I don't see nothing. I just know what I know. Don't shoot me, Jen. Y'all know. Listen, I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna let y'all have it. I don't want to be in trouble with Jen. I love you, Jen.
Yeah, overall, I do think that there is space to talk about what's happening. There is dating for singles in general, and then there's dating as believers. I think that that's even more of a concentrated experience. A lot of us, I'm not gonna say everybody, but a lot of us are not dating the dude with the middle finger and the cash and or whatever. A lot of us, hopefully. I think I finally left that phase behind. But A lot of us aren't doing that. What we haven't talked about, and I'm reaching back to an earlier conversation, and I do have to go to bed because I do have a job that expects me to show up tomorrow. What we haven't talked about is, yeah, we talked about how, you know, the men that we're choosing in, et cetera, et cetera. But what we haven't addressed is Christian men who show up in a particular way. And like they're responsible. They got businesses, you know what I'm saying? They're doing X, Y, and Z, but they have commitment issues. They're saying that they're looking for a wife. They're saying that they want all of these things. They're saying they want to connect, but oh, not right now. Like, until they present themselves, like, and that makes it harder to see all those red flags. They're like kind of yellowish because, oh, they're saved, they go to church, they love their mama, they got a job. You know what I'm saying? Now we're not talking about the hoodlums. We're talking about, I almost said, see, it's late. My filter is off. We're talking about the children of God who really showing up like they got it together. And then when you come with it with the energy, they're like, oh, wait, but nah, like I left my pen in another state. I gotta go get that. So I have run into that a lot of dudes who do have it relatively together, or at least, you know, they're good guys. But when it comes time to really put pen to paper and say, okay, so what are we doing? What's going on? Let's move this thing to another level. And then all of a sudden it's, oh, I don't feel good enough to be with you. Oh, I don't really feel ready. I don't know if I'm really at the position. I still want to grow in ministry. I still want to whatever. Well, why are you in my face? Why did we do all of this? Why are we talking on the phone and caked up every night? Why are we going out? Like, a part of that is my responsibility, right? A part of that is we need to make sure that we're not overly investing in these relationships, which is why I am a fan of multiple dating if it works for you. But like, it's not always that doing hookah every weekend. He's real responsible, but real non-committal. And so we've been talking to the women. I just wanted to bring it back for the reason why that we're all here. And it's to attack men. I'm just kidding. Not to attack men, but to point out some of these real things. A lot of them dudes in your life they probably acting, and I'm saying not literally them, but dudes like them. They show up and they'll have conversations like that, but be the same dudes talking to 3 people and telling them that they're not ready, but they need them in their life. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to bring us back to the reason that we're all here is to let the men die.
Jazz, I want to toss it to you. I'm definitely tossing it to you. Listen, if you go ahead, share this again, and if you shared this, put that green check up, because I'm about to know. Put that green check up so that those that are everyone on the team except for Jazz, she's not on the team tonight. Tonight she's a panelist. So everybody's that's on the team, they're going to give me somebody who we're going to cash app tonight. So if you've shared this, go ahead and put that green check up one more time for me, so that we can, sis, we can go eat tomorrow. Well, we're fast. All right, well, you can eat whenever, but y'all put that green check up so I can see it, and the team's gonna help us figure out who we're gonna get that money to. We know we overnique some money. Okay, she. We know we're gonna give her some money. Okay, go ahead, Jazz. I'm listening. We're all listening.
So I think 2 points to what Vernique said, right? One point is action versus word of mouth, right? So yeah, he in church. Yeah, he pays tithes, he take care of his mother. He said he want to be in a relationship, but he not consistent with dates. Yeah, y'all boot up on the phone, but who else is he boot up with? Like, I think pay attention to those things. That's part one. Part two is also what you said, like, women, especially Christian women, because they're raised a certain way with a certain mindset and they don't want to be seen as a certain type of woman, don't date multiple men or don't get to know multiple men, when in reality, like, that's what dating is. You're literally, and I got this from Jen, you're collecting data from people. Now, I'm not telling you to sleep with these men. I'm not telling you how to have your tongue down all these men's throats. But I'm saying if Tyrone want to take me out on Monday and Mikey from Tuesday has not committed, me and Tyrone are going out on Monday, and me and Jerome are going out on Wednesday. And if Kevin want to go out on Thursday, what's up, Kev? And we're going out. And it's not even about the bills. You want to go to Central Park? What's up? I live in New York. There's a plethora of free museums, suggested donations. You want to walk around the museum? You want to talk about how you like Basquiat or the Cause exhibit? You want to go see Dior and the Obama exhibit? Let's do it. But I'm not about to settle myself and tie my soul to you because you talking to me every night on the phone. Matter of fact, I'm going to set a boundary, and we're not going to talk every night on the phone, because I know me, Jasmine, as a person. Once we start talking every night on the phone, it's
we go together.
What are we doing here?
I do. Listen.
You my man.
Listen.
You are my man.
what? It's like, why
D.
was Shorty in the front seat of your car when I was just sitting in the front seat of your car last night? And it's like, no, I'm so consumed with my business, my schoolwork, what I'm doing for ministry, and the other young men that I'm getting to know and I'm fellowshipping with, that I'm not allowing myself to even get caught up in you. Because what happens is sometimes as women, we don't have a life. We have one thing that we
I'm
doing.
sorry.
We're wrapped up in needing a relationship, and that's what our life is. That I date so and so. I'm with so. No,
I'm
live
sorry.
your life, sis. Go on a weekend trip. Kania, no, they know. I'm booking a weekend trip real fast. Jasmine, where you going? I'm going to Maryland for the weekend. I'm going to
Hold on.
Atlanta for the
Can we
weekend. Who you going
pin
with?
a
Myself.
comment? Can we pin a
I,
comment because
no. Listen,
D
okay,
said
you
that's
got it.
men
You
do
got it, or
things.
do I got it? You got it, or do I got it?
I'm crying.
I'm
Do,
sorry.
do,
I'm
you
asking
you
a
got?
question because I want to deal with this before it disappears. Thank
That's what
you.
I'm saying. Do you got it, or do I got it?
I want you to deal with it because
Okay. I
I was
personally
asking, can we
believe.
pin it for you to deal with it, honestly.
I
It's only at
pers
the end
I
of the game because men egos don't want women to date. Because y'all
No,
doing
no,
it.
no.
So it's like
Please,
this
sis.
game for
Please
y'all. But
let
go ahead, Elisha. I'm sorry. I'm
yes,
sorry. I
please.
apologize.
I personally believe that women do it better. Because I personally believe, this is what I personally believe. I personally believe that when they're with you, or even when they're not, they make it feel more like they're there even when they're not. And that's where the trick is, right? So I believe that they could
Don't
do
say
it
trick. That
better.
sounds bad. They're gonna say we manipulating them.
I it's whoever they is are going to always say something. And I think that's the part where all of us have to just get, we all have to be delivered from opinions. That was something I went to college really early, and all of the people that they were all in the same grade, but they were all my elders. They raised me up, and they made me get away from the opinions of people. So I was force delivered early. But I'm noticing as I'm getting older that there are some people that still haven't been delivered from opinions. Whatever you do, whatever they say something, you gotta say something. It ain't that deep. Do what you gonna do. And so I just believe, I'm of the opinion that women do it better. I believe they don't do it messy. I believe that if they keep certain boundaries, that they don't make a mess. I believe we will make a mess because I do believe that women will try to get your attention with their body sometimes. That is real. And you're not going to say no. I believe that's real. And so you everywhere not saying no at the same time. So you getting caught up, whipped up. It's this one, then it's that one. Then you don't have enough energy, then you're working. I believe we get caught up more. And I believe we can't I
Dare
believe we
dare I
can't
say
handle it
because
right.
I see
That's
a
what
few
I say.
comments. I see a few comments and women saying, and I have a couple of friends of my own who say that they can't multi date. Now here's the thing. Um, I think I think we sometimes do ourselves a disservice because when you don't when you don't allow yourself to get to know people and you really focusing on one person, then it doesn't allow you to really uh 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 accumulate
Great.
what it is that you want from somebody. It doesn't allow you to really say, you know what, I like this or that or this or that. And I'm not saying you got to be out here like my sister got one for every day of the week. That's not my MO. But I am a firm believer. That's not my MO. That's my sister. You know what I mean? She got them. She got them lined up. That's not my MO. But have I been in a space where I am
Excuse
single,
me.
and dating multiple people? Absolutely. And I think that it's healthy because it allowed me to get an opinion of what I wanted. I like that he was
Yeah.
chivalrous, right? I like that he opened my car door. I like that he opened the door of a restaurant. I like that. I like that he walks on the outside of the curb. You know what? So and so ain't really do that. So
But
and that's important to
did you
me.
need okay, but did you need multiple men and multiple dates to
Some
figure out?
Because
No,
here's
no,
the
no.
thing about
Honestly, truly,
generalizations.
I
Here's the
did
thing
have
about
to learn things.
generalizations. Please, please, please. Here's the thing about generalizations. We think that all know, we think that all do, but all don't.
Well, why not say that? Because remember, we just came from this conversation. Man of
And
God, I like it when you
But
open
there,
this
but there
door.
might be
Come
other
on.
things.
Come
There
on.
might be other
no,
things that he
but
also
then
doesn't do
again,
that's like it's not worth it for me to be teaching
but
you all
then
that. I'm not
again,
about to be here.
there are also there are also the men like and there
I
and
just
I
I just
have
don't think
bros.
that's a real
I have
point.
bros
But I
who are
think
parents.
this, look at this
I
This
have
comment.
comment right here. Let me answer
I
it,
think
please.
this comment is a real
I was
point.
just
I
responding
don't
to
Let
think
me
that.
that
finish.
is a real point, but I think this is a real point because you should not be giving your all
Thank you.
Thank
anyway.
you.
I just
thank
Thank
you,
typed
you.
that literally.
thank you,
So
thank you.
Why
this
are we
this
doing that to
this right
people that we're
here,
dating?
yes,
And that's the
that is the
problem.
real point for me. Not, figuring out, this and that and the third. I think that a lot of people have problems in relationships because they done already figured out everything and they're trying to make everything they figured out in this one person. So I can't agree with
I
that. But I do
disagree.
agree with this
I
below.
disagree. I
You
disagree.
didn't date. You like this from
I
Paul.
agree
You
with
like this
both.
from
I agree with
Rob.
both of
You
y'all.
like this from Chris. You like this from Jared. And so now
No,
you're expecting Bob to be all of these other things. And
No,
we do it too. Hold
but
up. We do it too. We do it too. We be wanting that worship and praise from that we got from Ruth, and this one from that one, and that one from
not
that.
wrong.
It's true. We do it too. It's on both sides. But this is the real problem right here. The real problem where women think that they can't multi-date is because usually it has to do with the fact that they've been told that if you're going to date or you're going to be in a relationship, you need to give all of your energy to that person. And that's why you end up hurt. And he's went off with your
that's why we
all.
end up in
And you see him
situations.
usually get married in that next relationship because everything you give him, he went and put as a deposit on this next relationship. Now y'all don't
And
want to help me out.
No, that's
that's
real.
that's the
But
truth.
That's
then
You're
real.
right.
it's weird because you just said he goes in that next relationship and he may get married in that next relationship. But I think we gotta, and maybe I'm delusional, but I think we have to take off these kind of lenses because I've heard women actually say, "Well, I ain't building him up to be with the next person," and that's crazy to me.
Because you literally are.
It is real
Because that
though.
also means
Don't
that
build him. Let him go
that
do it.
well, it's
If
not
if
even
if
that
if
Hello.
though.
it's if it's
Can we answer
healthy and
these
he loves you
questions?
right, say that again.
Go ahead. No, I want to answer these questions when y'all finish.
Go ahead, Vernique. Vernique was about to. It looked like she was stepping into her doctorate for a minute.
I now I don't even remember. I think I was just gonna say that I don't know. I don't remember what I was gonna say to your point. Sorry, it slipped me.
Here's my thing.
Are
It
you
is
telling
not
the
your job
guys?
to build
Yes.
him up. It's not your
Oh,
job
that's
to
what it
build him
was.
up. But your presence and how he authentically feels about you may help him show up. Leave it to him. That's not your responsibility. I told him to go do this. I told him to go do that. And you nagged him every step of the way. And once he got all that, he was done with your nagging and he went on to this next person who he felt. I'm just saying, who he felt affirmed him in the right way. It's not that she affirmed him in the right way. It's that he had everything that you told him to go get. Let him go do the work. Let him do the work. That's my only point. Let him go and do the work. He say he love you.
Can I say
Let
this?
him show it. I think I
What
think
do
women for the go ahead.
no finish your sentence.
I think women for the most part come to the ball game and are like, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna do it. This is what you're gonna do. This is what I need from you. This is what I'm expecting. If he's not showing up how you need him to show up, and you've had a conversation about what it is that you want, and he hasn't seen your value, and he hasn't seen how he's supposed to work to fit in or to build up to, or to whatever to get to where he's got to get to, if he hasn't seen all that on his own and he ain't doing it on his own, it's not your responsibility. And when you take it to be as such, you're going to be very upset when he does what he did to his mom and leaves to go get to his wife.
That's good.
So the two things I want to say is one, I think that we have to define what we mean by build a man because some of us think that being supportive of somebody is building them, and that's weird to me. Like
That's
you
weird.
may be dating somebody. No, you should not be giving your all, so to speak, right? No, I don't. I think that's the point. Is we've been taught in Christian relationships that you date for marriage, you date for marriage, and it's like, okay, so the person that I date, I have to marry. Like, and that pigeonholes you. But and so that we've been taught to give our all because we're not used to just getting to know people, being around men, liking to be around men, seeing what you like about men and what you don't like, seeing what you want and what you don't want, which is what Kane was saying. That some of us don't know, and some of us need to look and be like, oh, you know what? I would like these different aspects in a relationship. I will find what's as close to that as possible, or be able to be in a relationship where it's safe enough for me to voice my needs. But going back to the building part, I think that we have such fear-based perspective on relationships that we approach it like, oh, I'm going to be stingy. I'm going to be stingy. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to be taken advantage of. And when you do that, first of all, that is a trauma response. But when you do that, you are not giving people the opportunity to get to know you. Yes, dating is collecting data, but you need to give people data to collect too. You can't show up all guarded and like, okay, prove to me that you should get my, like, that's weird. That's lame. That's real weird. But show, like, it's supporting somebody is not building them. Being kind to people is not building them, right? So for me, yes, if I were multiple dating, I'm not dating right now at all. But if I were multiple dating, maybe Tim has a vending machine business, and I give him ideas on, hey, you know, I was just reading an article on these new types of vending machines. I was like, hey, let me send that to you. That took nothing out of me. I already read the article. I sent it to him. Now, if he goes on and he builds a vending machine empire with his future wife, am I supposed to feel away? Am I really supposed to be like, oh, I taught him everything he knows about vending machines? That's dumb. I invested in his life. The man took it. He ran with it. I wasn't the one. She was. And she
But
built
Vernique,
something greater.
Vernique,
Why am I
Vernique,
mad?
Vernique, that's very different than go get your LLC. I told you go register with the government. You can't get no funding if you don't go to the. I told.
Okay,
Those
but
are
that's
two
right. That's
very different
naggy.
I have a real
conversations,
life. I have
Vernique.
a
We're
real
trying
life
to, but that's
situation. I
naggy
have a real
and
life situation to this very point. When I was in my early 20s, I dated this guy. I saw his mind. I saw how he worked. I saw his work ethic. I saw his hustle, and I was like, you know what? You doing all of this stuff for other people. You really need to. I said, what? No, I didn't even say it like that. I said, you know what? You do a lot for other people. I feel like you would be amazing doing your own thing. And he was like, you think so? And I was like, absolutely. Like the connections you have, you promote, you pack clubs out, you do all of this stuff. Like you don't think you have. I was like, yo, you would be bomb doing this. Cool. Let's fast forward. Let's fast forward almost 10 years later. The man has now taken his mind. He has opened, he's on his third or fourth restaurant. He has investment properties. He has all these things. He has a whole fiance. They have a kid and everything, right? And you know what I said to him? When by the time he when he opened up that first restaurant, I said to him, I am so happy that what I saw 10 years ago is now coming to pass. I saw it. I never felt like I had to reap the benefits of it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
never felt like oh, I saw this all this time ago and I need part. What?
Because it's
That's
about you.
stupid.
I did that
But
for you. I supported you for
once
you, not
again,
because of what you
once
could give
again,
me.
please do not. Once again, see, y'all, this is me, y'all talking to. Please do not try to convince me that there are the four of you very wholesome black queens and that what you guys do and say is evident across the board. Now, don't do me
No, I
like
have
that.
actually built a man. I mean, I was build a bear workshop up in this piece. Okay,
Thank
I
that's
have actually built one where he did
come
not
on.
want to,
That's all
or
I'm.
he said he wanted to build a business, but I paid for the LLC. I was making sure that he was getting his stuff going on. That was me. I was there. That is building a man. But supporting somebody who's already on their way somewhere, that's nothing. That's not building a man. That's just I'm connected with you. I got something you need. Matter of fact, you should be concerned if I have something that you could find useful. And I'm like, nah, man, I don't want to overly invest. I'm good. Struggle.
I
If
agree.
we
I
get married, then
agree.
that. But yes, there are times where we are. The difference is where is the momentum going? When I give you me supporting you, does it propel you, or am I dragging you somewhere that I want you to be? Am I trying to drag you to your dream? That's me building a man. Am I
And what
propelling
I'm
you in the
saying is
direction you're
there
already
are
going?
mostly
That's me just being
draggers.
supportive.
Wow.
I agree. And
Mostly?
I'm saying it's a lot of dragging going on.
But I
And
think that has to
it's
do with the
evident.
fact that women want men to do what they want them to do, and they don't stop to
No, no,
see
no,
what
no,
it
no, no,
is.
no, no, no. I'm not even saying that. I'm not even going that far. I'm not going that far at all. All I'm saying is okay. Oh, I
I
ain't
think
gonna make
we are
y'all say it.
very.
I
Go
think
ahead.
that here's what I think that I don't know how many women we have in the comments, and I ain't gonna be messy. Y'all don't have to respond, but I think that 70 to 80% of the women in the comments have built a bear at one point in their life.
I
That's
think
all I'm
I've at
saying.
least built
So
two.
let's that all I'm saying is let's not get here and act like it doesn't happen.
It
Like, oh
definitely
no, we
happens.
just being a good friend. No, you being a good friend now. But at one point you did it and somebody else is doing it right now. And more people are doing that than waiting to get their ticket on the inside. That's all I'm saying.
I
All
think
I'm
it's
if
because
you really
Ooh.
want to be effective, wait till he starts asking you questions. Once again, that means that he trusts you. That's all I'm trying to help. Come on,
Bye,
come on,
Valerie.
co-host.
So
I'm just trying to help.
I was always told, wait till a man starts inviting you into his world.
Mm.
When a man starts inviting you into his world, then that's when you have access to say, "Oh, I think we should. You might want to consider da 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 da. You might want to consider this, that,
Mm.
the third."
Mm.
That's
We over
good.
here crashing parties, ain't we?
That's
Crashing parties
good.
we're not even invited to. That's wild.
we
You're
date
right.
from a
I love
selfless
it.
perspective, and we when we meet the guy, it's already this our hashtag for our wedding. We gonna get married. We gonna have this many kids. He gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. We gonna have this empire instead of
And
just getting to know person first.
that's because we're not going to even go to raise, play with dolls, and all that stuff. But we've got to be mindful of another thing that was said to me, and I'm going. These are just great nuggets.
Give the
Women,
nuggets.
women, women make men their world. Men make women a part of their world.
Mm.
So
Ooh.
that
That's good.
means that we you want to do think like a act like a woman, think like a man, think he's a part of my world, not my world. So then he only gets a part of who I am, a part of me, not all of me. That goes back to what Vernique was saying earlier. You don't give
Mm-hmm.
somebody your all. We got to
Mm-hmm.
start being wise about this, because if not,
Yes, ma'am.
we're going to overextend ourselves prematurely.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
Because it's a
add this to
principal
that.
thing.
I'm gonna add this to that. When that man turns the corner, he'll go build a world for you. Y'all not hearing me?
Ooh. Yeesh.
Y'all not hearing me?
Help us.
Y'all,
Help us.
y'all gonna figure it. Y'all
Come
gonna
on.
figure this
Help
thing
us.
out. Y'all mess with me long
Come
enough. Y'all gonna
on.
figure this thing out.
Help
If
us.
you
That's
give him
good.
a chance to turn the corner and you focus on those other things, like Jasmine was saying, you smell nice. I like how you take care of your mom. I like how you speak to people. I like how you open the door. You affirm all those other things, gain that trust, and now you're in. When that man turns the corner, you're worried about going out. He's worried about making sure that the world that he sees with you is ready for you when you get there.
That's good.
There
That's
is a
good.
hybrid difference in how you think he should think and how he's really thinking. I assure you that many times when men have stepped back, sometimes it truly is because they can't bring to the table what they want to bring to the table for you
That's happened
a
to
lot
me.
of the time. And
That's
you
happened.
might be a little too deep to where now you're in your feelings because I've given you this, I've given you that. We're already you're probably already having sex. Let's just go ahead and be honest. And so now there's a level of attachment that says I'm looking for this amount of commitment to the level of attachment that I have to you, but he ain't ready. Let that man get no, cut that man off. Let that man get ready. But I assure you, when he turns that corner, not only does he see you in this world of his, if you ask him to go get you Mars, he'll ask you how. I'm telling you, I couldn't. It couldn't be no better English. I do believe though, we've met the end of this night. I know they gotta go to sleep. I know it. Look all of them. All of them look like it's time to go to sleep and go work. I probably look like it's time to go to sleep and go work. Here's what I want to do. You guys know that on the 11th we have another event, so we're live again on the 11th, and we're in person for all leaders. It's Leadership Essentials for 2022. You can use this corporate, you can use this in ministry, you can use this at your church, you can use this in your business. So I need y'all to show up. If you're interested, go to the website leadershipessentials22.com. leadershipessentials22.com. I also want to do this. Shanice Edwards, if you're still here, I need you to put your Cash App in the comments.
Hey.
The team said that you're the one that we're going to give some lunch money to. So go ahead, send your Cash App through. There it is. Thank you, Jasmine. Y'all tag that too. Y'all been tagging all them toxic comments. Y'all pin that too for me, please. Thank you. Praise God. Isabel, you should have been putting that in there a little bit more often. You had a lot to say and nothing about this website. Praise God. It's all right though. We love you with the love of the Lord. We do want to. What happened?
You're not coming at the women tonight. We loving them tonight.
Sister, I affirm you. You're amazing. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
And you're a winner. I love you, sis.
And you're a winner.
And I meant that. She is a winner. My sister. Y'all gonna hear about that woman of God. Real talk. All right. Anyway, do y'all have anything that you want to leave? I didn't know.
Stop letting these niggas lie to you. Sorry. So sorry.
My girl. My girl.
You
See, I was
let me go 30
gonna
minutes
be
ago.
like, please report back to the brothers that we love them, and that we're rooting for them.
Yes.
That's where I was going with it.
Oh, that's not
We love y'all. We're
Bernice
rooting
said
for
she had
y'all.
something to get off her chest. She had some pressure.
I was going in a whole different direction.
She said, grab your stuff.
And I did.
And get out. And get out.
Run.
And get out.
Now
Listen,
walk, run.
I'm gonna be completely honest. We're gonna have to do this in person with both the men and the women.
Let's do
Now
it.
here's the thing. It's not the first of its kind. Y'all hear me well. Hear me real good. It is not the first of this kind. Vernique has been creating spaces and conversations like this for some time. If you're not subscribed to Authentically Wed, I do not claim no stake in the Christian single world. I'm good. Praise God. I'm trying to get out. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all pray my strength in the
But
Lord.
keep
I'm trying to
coming
get
with
out.
it, though. But stay coming with new content. That's wild.
No. We're going to work together. So we've already been talking about something.
We
And,
are. We
I
actually
think
need to have a meeting. Sorry, that's aside. But
we do.
Vernique, you said
We're going
book
to
a flight?
say that again.
I thought Vernique said book a flight to Atlanta. I thought that's what she said.
yeah, that is exactly what.
No,
I said.
that's
You
exactly
are
what's
right.
going on.
Because you said what, sis?
That
Yeah, good
that's
stuff.
that's exactly what's going on. And
Tanae,
so
you already know you have an invite.
So we gonna get. I'm gonna get my boys, and Vernika's got her team. She gets to assemble her all-star team. We're gonna do this in person. Probably do a little bit of mixing around. I'm speaking prophetically because none of this is on paper yet. It will be, but it is
It is
not
on
as
paper.
of this
We gotta
moment.
talk.
Put your hands
It's on my
Well, there it is. Well, there it is. It's down on paper. I can't wait. 2022 is going to be amazing.
We going up.
Yeah. Which one? Y'all
Yes.
gonna find out.
They don't even know.
They said the men don't show up. Huh? All right. They said the men don't show up.
They
All
will.
right.
Though. They will.
All right.
It must be in the spirit, because
Gerald Manning
Read
said
the
that
comment.
Hey, Gerald, are you single? Because we have a singles dating show. Never mind. Don't worry about it. And now I'm just saying stuff. You got to get me out of here, Elisha. Like, you got to get me out of here, bro.
No. You need, listen, Gerald, I need y'all to connect. First of all, this show has been long overdue. Praise God. Praise. And you facilitate a singles ministry. Gerald, how many men do y'all have? And he's single. All right. See, Yeah, I'm telling y'all, God moves. You just got to give him some space to do it. All right.
Divine
See, I'm
connections.
helping somebody
Divine
here.
I'm adding
connections.
you
Come
right
I'm
now.
on.
helping
I'm adding
somebody
you right
here.
now.
You've got to curate some space for God to move, just like y'all curating space for this man. All right,
Yes.
I just
y'all
added
gonna
him.
catch this
And
next
you gotta
week.
endure. And you gotta endure because we are 2 hours
Less
and
than
10 minutes
20,
in.
I told him I was gonna
Reverend.
be on 30 minutes.
Sometimes you gotta
30
endure.
minutes.
But look at this blessing, Vernique. Look at this. Look at this. Listen, Gerald. Message me. I will be the liaison. Okay. Message me. Um, I ain't mad at the proportions. If you got 20% of that are men, I'm okay with that.
My group is also
Those ain't.
80% women.
That's good stuff.
However, these are some men that we're speaking are going to be interested, right, Vernique?
hmm Absolutely.
That's good.
And why
There it
wouldn't they
is.
be?
That's what I'm. Thank you. See, I'm telling. I'm. I'm trying to
Oh,
tell
we
y'all.
getting good. We
I'm
going?
trying to.
Or we, because if
God
we
does
stay
some
any
things around
longer,
here. I'm telling you, this is some soil that get things done. So Shanice, I'm gonna send that cash app for Neek. You gonna get your money. Now here's what I want. Everybody, we're not going to say what we're not doing with Negroes. That's not what we're gonna say. However, y'all
Oh.
y'all 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 give out y'all fair piece of advice, and
Shanice posted
we're
her
gonna release everybody.
her cash app, her correct cash app.
Done. Shanice CCC. Now I ain't, once I send this money, it's going wherever it's going.
The buzz
Let,
me.
Hmm.
let me know. All right, panelists, talk to me. What's up? What do they need to walk away with? Oh, that's
nobody
it.
gonna
Don't
go
walk away
first.
with nothing. There it is. There's
No,
nothing.
I
There's
guess.
nothing to walk away.
My AirPods died.
Don't start.
This was not solution based, as somebody said earlier. Ain't no solution.
No,
You know,
there's
just
definitely that was definitely where I was going. If I could offer anything, it would um be intentional about conversations. Be intentional about what you present and how you present it. And always look for, if you're presenting a problem, always look for resolve. Don't just look to get your way, but look for resolve.
I guess I would say be committed to unlearning things. I feel like, especially for women, sometimes as we get into our late 20s and 30s, we're kind of stuck in our ways or what we think we know. But I have made a committed journey to unlearning what I know or what's instilled with me, and just really finding out what works for me and what works for the people that I connect with. So just be ever unlearning, but still learning in the process, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I would say like social media is not the template, honestly. And as somebody who promotes on social media, who talks about, who teaches and like who teaches and who uses those things, you don't even have to take my word for it. Live in in what your actual reality is, right? Actually, I think you should listen to me. To be honest, I'm pretty cool. But um, make your own experiences and like don't get caught up in being in a box. Like men, all kind of men, like all kind of women. Like it's okay. Show up as who you are. Don't try and bite-size piece yourself, and you'll be all right.
now before the next person goes, I put Shanice's money on the screen. I ain't gonna put Vernique's money on there. So Vernique, just tell them when you get a chance that you got your money. Praise God.
You were serious this whole time. I thought it was a joke.
I don't lie. Uh-oh. See, here goes another lesson. Some of us men actually follow through when we say things. Okay, I almost
Bless
felt
you.
glory.
I'm just trying to
Y'all
figure
take
out
this
who
mic.
All right, all right.
Bless
your
Y'all
life
take this
is
mic.
brownie points from tonight. Who? I'm trying to figure
Y'all
out.
take this mic. Y'all
And
take this
you know
mic.
what?
I'm just
As my
saying.
brother, here's gonna be the lesson for the women. We the trauma in me is gonna be like wants to be like, no, don't do it. But the person whose car is sitting up in the car shop right now is saying, glory be to God and bless you. Okay, amen. If my brother want to take care of me, who are me? Who
To
are
Don't
judge.
stop your
me?
blessing, sis.
Who are we to judge?
What's your car in there for?
Oh my God, y'all, Thanksgiving was horrible. I'm stranded in South Carolina. I work here, but I can't go home. My car needs a new engine. It escalated very quickly. It went from I need a new battery, and then $600 later, my car needs a whole new engine. So it's just sitting up in the shop. But
So
I
I
have a
want
friend
to
home. I
bless
just
you.
can't take it out.
No, wait, yeah, that we
So,
go in there. So here's
so
what I want to do. I give
Wait,
50.
Because I
No,
know
no,
you
no.
talking to.
Okay, okay. I give 50.
Not you cut out.
Cause you know some of us as believers we believe, but I think sometimes we gotta go back and figure out what we actually believe, cause when what we believe starts happening, we start doing like Zechariah in the temple and start saying stuff, and we be having to start getting shut up. So you got to do like the angels so they don't mess up their blessing. I get 50. Here's what I want y'all to do. If you're in the comments, um, I believe in good ground. Vernika's good ground, and she knows I believe this because I've done this time and time and again because I believe this to be true. This is what I want y'all to do. If you have 50, I'm gonna put it back on the screen. If you have 50, go get 50. Somebody find her Cash App in the comments again. If you have 50, go get 50. I'm giving another $50, which means I have now give $100 in total, right?
yeah, I'm giving
I need
50.
y'all. Okay, there it is. That's 150. Now, if you're in the comments, don't go quiet on me because today's her day, and tomorrow it could be yours. Y'all don't hear me. Tomorrow it could very well be your day. So once you've cashed out, y'all let me know.
I just
I'm
need for
telling.
them to put the cash
I'm about to
in.
put
I
it
got
in
you
right
right
now.
now.
I'm about to put it in right now because I just sent it. If your community don't do this, throw them away. I'm this is Bible. It's Vernique Esther Co.
Okay.
There it is. I was about to write it out. See, the women are faster than us, and that's all right. That's all right. That's why you got to get you a good woman. There's the Cash App. There's a catch. I need go ahead. Whatever you're giving, go ahead. If you feel comfortable enough to letting us know, let me know in the comments. If you don't, that's all right. But yeah, we're doing that. I actually I think it was Kanea that told me Friday. She was like, Vernique is really down and out. Like she's really going through it. And I told her, I was like, I feel bad because as a friend, I had a lot on my plate trying to get things done. And I was like, I'm going to figure out a way to make it back up. Now, if God gives you a way, you take it. That's all I'm saying. Now, it's a few of y'all still in here. I'm not, listen,
I
y'all
am
know I don't do
so
this fighting and I don't do that. Y'all in here, y'all either going to give or y'all not. So y'all let me know what y'all doing. Let me know in the comments. I know we're up to 150.
when I
Wherever
tell
else.
y'all, I just went to go fuss at you in the comments. My computer shut down. I can't even like.
Because God wasn't in it.
See, that's,
Wasn't in that
I'm telling
fussing.
y'all. It,
I'm gonna just say thank you. I appreciate y'all. I genuinely had no intent. Yeah, I'm gonna just be quiet.
It's okay. You can fuss at me later. You know you can. It's all fuss at me and have that engine paid for. All right. Y'all don't want to say nothing. If you're gonna fuss at me, you'll fuss at me for the right reason. There are still some good men. All right. Y'all real quiet tonight.
Let me lift my hands and receive that. Go ahead
And
and say a word,
you
prophet.
don't only have to do it for the people that you have romantic expectations of. All right. Y'all not hearing me.
Don't knock
You
me out. My hands
you
already
can't
lifted.
you can't say that somebody that's your friend and that you love them and you can't look out for them. I have to question your love. I got to question your love if you love them today and when they need something you don't show up. And then you love them when you need something. There's something wrong with that.
Ooh.
There's something wrong with this new love that's going around. Gerald, I appreciate you. I don't know what you sent, but I appreciate that. If I could, I would. All good. Whoever's giving, just let me know. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I need y'all to do right. I need y'all go ahead. She done poured out
Y'all,
and got work tomorrow. I'm gonna ask you, Vernique, because they ain't telling me. Maybe they got that quiet spirit. Are they sending you money?
Yes, I'm getting notifications.
Okay, that's
And I'm
all.
trying to
That's
log
all I
in on
need to know.
my iPad. But thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm not really good. Okay. Not the Cash App jumping. Thank you guys so much. You actually beyond my car. This is thank you. Thank you.
All right. It's a win for me. Listen, ladies, I know we took a quick detour. We tend to do that over here. Did y'all still have anything before we got off?
I just kind of want to tag on what Veronique said by showing up as your authentic self and pace yourself and use wisdom. That's it.
That's good. Anybody else? They in the sunken place, y'all. It's okay. Listen, we
We
love
all
y'all. I
went.
appreciate what you say.
We all went, man of God.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I can be wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I apologize. It was on me. I wasn't paying attention, y'all. Okay. Listen, we love y'all. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for being a part of this episode. I don't even know where we at with it. We got to Jazz. We gotta refigure out this stuff. It's a it's a mess. We just be going live. We gotta figure this thing out. But we do love y'all. And we'll be back soon. So listen, once again, December the 11th, you need to go register. Right now this is the last free event we're doing. And it's because we want to make sure that we're securing we securing the content right now. And I don't got no problem saying that. And so this is the last event of this sort that we're doing. So if you can be a part, be a part. Because moving forward, we're expecting greater. I believe that I have served well in my sowing season. Y'all catch that another day, and I'm not trying to tilt the room.
That's the
But I,
one.
I believe that I've served well in my sowing season, and I don't need anybody to prophesy a reaping season into me. I know what I'm walking into in 2022. So if you want to be Donnell, it's Leadership Essentials 22.com. There is an in-person situation, and we're going to figure out with COVID and this new stuff that's going out. We're going to figure out how we're going to dictate that, and we're going to do the best that anybody can fighting against this virus. And so, if you want to be a part of that, come on. It's going to be good. It's a lineup, and it's going to be great information. So go register for that. Be a part of it, whether it be in person or virtual. Shanice, I appreciate you. I love it. I love it when you
Thank
can
you.
receive and then turn around and give. I love that. That does something to me. That yeah. Okay, we gotta go. I love y'all. Make sure y'all register, and make sure. Yeah, we'll be back. See you. Love you. Bye.
Thank y'all.